Welcome to Ameris, a war-torn world currently resting on an uneasy peace between the Orin Empire and every other nation. The year is 2499 NA, Novus Ameris, and though the First Orin conquest irreversibly changed the world nearly 2,500 years ago, they aim to change it again as they prepare for their fifth and perhaps final conquest. Caliban and Sanctaria are considered the last bastions of hope against the Orin Empire's outright dominion over the realm. Though they will need the help of every remaining nation, are they to stand a chance? An alliance that will be difficult to forge following Caliban's desperate and unsavory tactics that ended the Fourth Conquest. However, a second, even greater evil is at Ameris' doorstep, unbeknownst to much of the world. An evil unparalleled by any evil known by any mortal currently alive. An evil that has been dormant for nearly 10,000 years. The fate of Ameris will fall to one woman, currently unaware of her own destiny, who must deliver Ameris from chaos itself. A woman of both elven and human blood, who currently resides in Tielenrune, the Misty Isles. Formed by the legendary Il Sahan, the elven mistwalkers 2,500 years ago to escape the horrors of war, Tielenrune houses some of the last remaining old kingdoms of elves. To the east, the Manakasir, elven scholars who believe the elven race's salvation lies in the study of magic. To the west, the Fair Kasir, elven naturalists who believe the elven race's salvation lies in unlocking the secrets to both traversing and settling the Fey Wilds. And of course, on the central isle lies the heart of the Sel Kasiri Kingdom, a nation of elven traditionalists who believe entirely in their rightful queens, Lyra and Loomis Avafane. Our hero-to-be, Lys de Forest, a member of the Sel Kasir royal family by blood, has never felt she's belonged here. Though that is to be expected. You see, while most elves her age would barely be considered toddlers, a 20-year-old half-elf would instead be just entering adulthood. Aging much faster than every other elf child, Lys often found herself ostracized by her own community, and indeed at times, by her own mother. Blissfully unaware of much of the horrors of the outside world, as most elves of the Isles are, Lys has no inkling of the trials that await her. In fact, one of the worst days of her life began like any other, in the Fey-filled forests of the Fair Kasir.
Hello and welcome everyone to Pull for Initiative, the Dungeons & Dragons live stream where the audience influences the story. I am Ben, or Benjaminitz, depending on how you know me on the internet, and with me I have Mint NB Banshee. Mint, do you want to introduce yourself? You are muted. Why are you muted?
Hello. I muted myself on accident. Hello. I'm Mint and I'm dumb as shit.
You want to tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
That's it. I'm dumb as shit.
People may be coming here from YouTube. They may have never seen you before.
Yeah. No, that's it. That's
okay.
Really
that's
all
your
you
whole
need to
personality.
know.
Okay.
My pronouns are they, them, and I have one fucking brain cell.
Well, we have
That's
one
it.
brain cell between the two of us.
Okay.
Don't speak too highly for me.
Well, all right.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about the character that you'll be playing today?
Yeah. So hold on. I have her biography up. Well, her name is Lise. She's a half-elf sorcerer. She's pretty dope. She was actually the first D&D character I ever created. When I was first getting into D&D, like a year and a half ago. And I never got to play her, and I didn't actually know a lot about her personality, and it took like a year and a half to work out. But she's pretty cool.
I will also say
I don't know what to say about her.
You made a spellcaster for your first character, which is ambitious.
Yes,
for your first character on D&D. So I think it's good that she wasn't the first one you actually played.
That's true. The first character I played was a rogue, and that was a better introduction, I feel like, to the game.
It kind of introduces the complexity a little more gradually, whereas a spellcaster, they're like, here's a bunch of shit you can do.
Yeah, I'm excited to play a spellcaster. I've never, fucked around with spells that much, so I'm excited. Yeah, I don't know what else to say.
Cool.
She likes fire, and that's pretty much it.
All right. So really quickly, I just want to kind of explain a little bit about what makes this stream special. Occasionally, I am going to be introducing polls throughout the stream, which will they will affect the story either in small ways or sometimes larger ways. They might be a little more few and far in between for this first episode, just because as with most D&D games, there's going to be a little bit of railroading in this. Plus, we have the first half of it practically scripted. Yeah. So just keep all that in mind. The polls, by the way, for my mods in chat, I know Lux is in here. For my mods, don't worry about messing with the actual polls themselves. We're not using default Twitch polls. I'm using a third-party software so that I can pop up the polls on screen. So just, don't worry about dealing with any of the polls. I'll handle all that. That said, again, they might be a little few and far in between for a little bit, just because, it's going to be hard for me to find ways for you guys to influence the story when we have a bit of a script to follow for the first episode. But What?
Oh, nothing. Sorry.
You're just providing a voice for the audience right now.
Yeah.
That said, I think we should actually try doing a poll really quick, just to test it and see if you boys understand. So the way this works is I'm going to start a poll, and you guys are going to vote in chat by typing the number of the option that you want to vote for. So for example, if I wanted to vote for 1, the first option, I would type in just 1 and hit enter like that. So let's do what's a innocuous poll to do here. Should I take a sip of water?
Sick.
Yes and no. So the poll will pop up over here like this, and you boys can now start voting. Should I drink a sip of water? Oh, we got 2 votes for yes.
Damn.
Looks like it's going to be 100%. Oh, another vote for yes. All right, it's 100%, hydrated. So I have to take a sip of water now.
Damn. It's a good way to stay hydrated.
Already influencing the story. Anyway.
Shit. Yeah, you're going to have to pee later.
So yeah, that's how polls work. And with that, give me just 1 second. I want to pull something up. I just realized I didn't pull it up on my phone when I meant to. Just 1 second. Okay. With that, I think we can kind of just get started. What do you say we just jump into this, huh?
Okay.
So maybe I'm gonna start referring to you as Lise. Maybe Lise, you can tell us like kind of like what you're doing today.
She's probably in the woods. She Lise doesn't have a lot of elf friends. As a half elf, they're all the people her age are not quite her age. Because let's see, she's 23 as a half elf, which is like that's like an adult, right? They reach maturity around 20. But for a real elf, that is baby. So she doesn't really have any friends technically her age. And then elves that are mentally her age are just like pricks. She doesn't want to hang out with them because they're all high society, and she's like, I could give a shit.
Okay, so you're in the forest, and so I imagine you've been kind of. I think we talked about this. You it's kind of late at night at this point, right? You guys are like all gathered around a fire.
Yeah, I feel like they hang out at dusk.
All right, cool. So you're chilling out in the forest, and you're with your friends.
Yeah.
What were they? Bramble, Fauna, Glimmer, and Foxbud.
Yeah, they're fae. She doesn't have elf friends. She's got fae friends, because when you don't have friends, the fae are there for you. Well, for her. Yeah. I don't know. Do you want me to describe them? What do you want from me?
Yeah, you can tell us a little bit about these four. They're your characters.
Yeah. They're all different kinds of fae. Fauna is, I mean, her name is pretty literal. She's like a satyr, but instead of goat, it's deer. She's very sweet, very mom. I don't know. Hooves.
Hooves.
She got
our personality trait here.
She's got flowers in her hair, and her fucking antlers are big. And she knows the name of every fucking plant in the whole world, and just is very sweet. Bramble is a thorn fairy, so he's like covered in like prickly like thorns, and he has like reddish brown hair. It's like really messy and like spiky. And he is kind of just like a little gremlin man. Glimmer is a pixie, so she's like really small. She's like a couple inches tall. She's got like just all pink. Her little dress is like a pink flower that has been made into a dress.
Okay.
She's got like a pink pixie cut. And she is just forever covered in glitter. So like whenever she lands somewhere, there's just like glitter there. Because there's that saying, like, if you just like randomly find glitter on yourself, you've been like touched by the fae or something like that. So like that's the basis for her. She's got like the glittery like pixie wings. And she's very her personality is doing her nails. And like
that's not a bad personality to have.
No, yeah. She's like if a valley girl, if you mixed fae and valley girl together.
All right.
But it's really sweet. And then Foxbud is a Vulpin fae, so he's like a little fox. And he can't like speak because he's pretty much just an animal, but he is very intelligent. And the goodest of boys.
All right. So you're all gathered around a fire, and it's late, and it's around the time when you would typically go back home for dinner. But Bramble is currently sitting in front of the fire telling a spooky story, and he says,
Yeah.
No, really, they're real. The Mistwalkers are totally real. And then you hear Glimmer say, oh my god, yes, they're like so real. I've seen one before.
Oh, you've seen one? Really,
Yeah.
Glimmer?
Yeah.
Do tell.
I
Do
got
tell.
so lucky because like they don't, I'm a pixie, so like they don't like eating pixies, but I hear they like eating fawns.
Where did you get this information from?
Right as she says that, Fauna goes, "Huh, but I'm a fawn."
Oh dear God. She's going to have nightmares.
Well, I'm just warning her. I'm making sure that she's aware of the dangers that are out there.
Interesting. So, just hold on a minute. Now you're telling me, just back up, Glimmer. Hold on. You're telling me that you've seen a Mistwalker?
Yeah, and I barely got away.
You have seen a Mistwalker that nobody has ever seen in 2,500 years.
Yes. Oh my God.
You saw one?
Stop victim blaming right now. Oh my gosh.
Okay. All right. No. Continue with your story.
And right as she says that, Fauna goes, "Yeah. Oh my gosh. She almost got gotten by a Mistwalker. Don't make fun of her, Lise."
Okay. No. You're right. I will just sit here and hear the tale. Continue, please.
And Bramble looks over at. By the way, this whole time Foxbud is like kind of curled up, like kind of hiding behind you, Lise, like freaked out by this whole story that he's
You're
hearing.
Sparing the baby. How dare you?
And Bramble turns and looks at Fauna, and he says, "Although if you see one, there's no getting away, you know." And Glimmer chimes in with, "Yeah, I was just lucky that he didn't notice me first." And and Fauna says, "Why?"
What? Oh, all right, Glimmer. What did he look like, this Mistwalker? Please describe in detail.
I don't know, like a misty like guy. I don't know, he's misty.
A misty guy, huh?
And Fauna chimes in with, "Oh, not misty."
Oh my God. What is wrong with you?
And
Not
Bramble,
only is this story fake, it's unrealistic.
And Bramble leans forward and he says, "First, the mist creeps up all around you." And Fauna goes, "Oh, not all around me." "And then you stop hearing the sounds of the forest. Everything goes silent." And then Fauna goes, "And then what?" And then he says, "Do you really want to know what happens next?"
Bramble.
And she says, "Yes, what happens next?" And he says, "Are you sure you want to know?"
She's going to pee herself if you're not careful.
And she says, yes, what does he do?" And he goes, "Well," and then Glimmer, who has snuck behind Fauna at this point, taps her on the shoulder and says, "Hey, gotcha!" And then Fauna starts screaming.
Oh my God, you're gonna wake up the whole forest!
She
Fauna,
starts
they're
doing the
lying to
SpongeBob
you.
scream.
Oh my God. All right, I think I've had enough of your shenanigans for tonight. Fauna, would you like me to walk you home?
Fauna is at this point like quivering violently, and she says, "I don't know if I want to go out into the forest. I think it's safe by the fire."
What? The forest is literally your home. There's nothing out here that can get you. You're probably the scariest thing in this fucking place.
I'm not scary at all.
Well,
I'm scared.
Oh.
By the way, Foxbud at this point is not just quivering behind you, but he has his tail in front of his eyes and he's shaking violently.
God. I pick him up like he's luggage, and I'm like, "It's all right, calm down. They're lying to you. Look what you've done. You've scared the baby. Do you feel happy? Are you proud of yourself?"
Bramble chimes in and he says, "Oh, come on, guys. The Mistwalkers aren't real. It's just a story."
Yeah, see, Fauna? He's a fucking liar. You're fine.
And then Glimmer chimes in with, "Yeah, and if, like, they were real, we could totally handle them."
Well,
I would
right,
throw
sure.
sparkles. I would throw sparkles in their eyes, and they wouldn't know how to get you, Fauna. And then Bramble comes in and says, "Yeah, and then I'd pants them, and they'd fall over real funny."
Bramble, that is your resolution to everything. You can't just pants somebody. That's not going to be the end of it.
Oh, they can't fight back when they're pantsed.
What if they don't have pants?
Then I put pants on them, and then I pants them.
No, just wait a minute. That doesn't sound right.
And then he chimes in and says, besides, we also have Foxbud on our side, and he'll scare him away once and for all. And then as he says that, Foxbud like perks up and like hears that he needs to defend Fauna, and Foxbud grows to like twice his size, gets really big, and starts growling, and not like barking, but like just like kind of going.
Well, hold on. I was still holding him, so now I'm just like holding this big ass boy.
Yep. It's all an illusion.
All right then. Perfect. You see, Fauna, nothing can get you. I would light this whole fucking forest on fire if somebody tried to hurt you. Don't worry, it's fine.
Yeah,
also, Mistwalkers
these will just light everything
real.
on fire. Like, what are they gonna do to fire?
Exactly. Are you gonna put some mist on the fire? Good luck with that.
And then Bramble jumps up and kind of pumps his fist in the air, and he's like, yeah, nothing can get us!
Quite. Well, as fun as this has been, I must return home, unfortunately. Otherwise, the scariest thing in this forest will become my mother, and nobody wants that.
Ah, what? But you just got here a few hours ago.
Yes, well, I have unfortunate familial obligations.
But, like, we were gonna set up an obstacle course for Foxbud and see if he could beat his record. Right, buddy?
What?
And Foxbud perks up and starts wagging his tail.
What? Oh, fuck. But I really want to see that.
Yeah, he's gotten so close. He's like a second off at this point.
You fuckers.
And Glimmer chimes in and says, and like, if you stayed, I could paint your nails. I have this new formula I'm working on. And she shows you her nails, and they're like, they're, what are they called? Multichrome. They're like changing colors with the light.
That's fucking sick. What the fuck? God damn it. No, okay. Tomorrow, we can have a fucking spa day with nails and Foxbud obstacle course tomorrow. But tonight, I have to go home.
And they all kind of look a little bit dejected, but they kind of accept it. Fauna actually chimes in, though, after Glimmer, says that. And she says, do you think the multichrome would look good on my nails?
Fauna, please paint your hooves. I think they would be so sparkly.
And Glimmer looks down at Fauna's hooves and goes, oh my god, that would look so sick. We're absolutely doing this.
What are hooves if not just very big nails?
And so Bramble's like, all right, but if you get sick of that mom of yours, just let us know. We'll come prank her and you can run away to the woods.
Oh, yes, quite. I think, well, I'm already quite sick of her, if I'm being honest, but that does not stop me from having to go home, Bramble. I cannot just live in the woods.
And he says, all right, well, we'll be up for a little while, so if you want to come back and hang out.
Probably not tonight, but I'll see you all tomorrow.
Okay. And so they all kind of like, I don't know, are you on like hugging terms with these friends?
I feel like she would hug. Well, she's still holding Foxbud, so she kind of squeezes that little boy. And then she probably gives Fauna a hug and like brushes down her hair, and she's like, the Mistwalkers are not real. Please do not have nightmares.
And Fauna says, it's okay. Even if they are real, I have my friends.
Yes, very true. This is correct. And she like looks at, I like turn to Bramble and just do the like, I'm fucking watching you, you bitch.
Like, don't worry, I'll pants him.
Yeah, pants him. That's right. You pants him. You get him.
All right. So yeah, you hug whoever you hug, and you say goodbye to everyone. And yeah, do you just head straight home?
Probably.
All right. Let me.
Walk through the woods.
All right. So you make your way home, and you said your home was kind of like on like the outskirts of the main land of Selkisir, right?
Yeah, it's like just outside the main wall.
Cool. Just so everyone knows, this map is absolutely not to scale. It's kind of it was kind of thrown together to give you like an idea of where everything's located, but like obviously the kingdom doesn't actually take up like an entire half of the isle. Don't consider this all to scale. It takes a few hours for you to get back home, and at this point the sun has like fully set, and it is fully dark out at this point.
Good thing I have dark vision. Ah ha ha. Fuck you,
Oh
nighttime.
yeah, elves and half elves. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Dungeons and Dragons, do not, or they have dark vision, so they can see very well in low light.
It's like it's daytime, except it's not.
By the way, I know that people are gonna be a little confused why we're not like rolling dice and playing Dungeons and Dragons. We will be very soon. This is all still part of the intro. Okay.
Well, we'll get
So-
that introduction then.
You get back home, and as you walk in the front door, you make your way through town, and you finally get to the house, and you get through the front door, and there's like a cart leaving, which looks like a merchant cart leaving the house. So obviously, like they were just trying to peddle something to your mother, and as you get in, you see your mother's servant, Foggy Willow, the Hob Fae, kind of carrying this large, well, not very large, like it's about yay big, glass case that contains a strange orange and red feather that has like these tendrils of energy and flame crackling off of it. And she's setting it up in your mother's like artificer parlor. Your mother loves to collect things from the mainland that are brought in by merchant ships that are allowed onto the isles.
Yeah.
And so yeah, this is the newest addition to her massive magic collection. And she's, admiring this feather as you walk in. And I don't know, are you trying to like kind of maybe sneak past her, or like how?
Yeah.
Like, she's gonna notice you regardless.
Yeah, I feel like Foggy Willow's pretty up to date with my shit. Like she doesn't really like, she like notices that I come in probably, and then she like grunts and like goes back to what she's doing.
Yeah, I think when she grunts, your mother kind of breaks her gaze from the feather and looks over in the direction toward the front door, and sees you, and she says, "Oh, look who's finally returned, Foggy Willow." She says, "Our dearest princess, come home to grace us with her presence, and smelling like dirt, no less."
You bitch.
Look at you. You're covered in filth, in sweat, in mud. You're disgusting, Lise.
Good evening, mother.
In
a particularly good mood, I can see. Fuck.
And as you're kind of walking in, like you've stopped trying to like lightly step, she says, "Not on the rug, not on the rug. Don't get your filthy feet on the rug right now."
They're not that dirty. I walked on some sidewalk. Wasn't all dirt. They're not. She like looks down at her shoes. They're not. It's fine. Like she like rubs them a little bit on the carpet.
She says, "You missed a wonderful evening, by the way."
Oh, I'm sure you're going to tell me all about it, though.
"It was the merchant day, of course. All the merchants came by with all their trinkets from the mainlands."
Mm-hmm. So,
And
what many curiosities did you purchase today?
She gestures over to the feather that's currently being installed by Foggy Willow, and she says, "Just look at it. I had to pay top dollar for this. Look at it. It's quaint. Isn't it wonderful? Look at it." And you see the feather kind of like dancing kind of around the case occasionally, like little puffs of flame propelling it around the case.
Oh, it's odd. Is it magic? It's on fire.
What do you think, Lise? Of course it's magic. Just look at it. Do you think I would put something in this chamber that wasn't magic? What do you take me for?
Jeez, it was just a question. You never said it was magic.
And you feel weird right now. As you stepped into this room, you feel strange. Like, you feel more alert. You feel more, like, in the moment. And
I'm here.
Something's not quite right. You can't quite tell what, though. It's not enough for you to speak up about.
Oh, no. Okay. Mm.
And she says, yes, of course it's magic. I can't believe you would question if it's magic. I mean, just look at this room. It's full of fantastic magical artifacts. Honestly, when will you finally start growing up and start learning to listen to what people say around you, Lise? When will you start learning to be more in the moment? Spending all that time in the woods with those... And she kind of sneers a little bit and says, vermin. It's doing nothing for your intelligence or your stature.
What did you just call them? What did you say? Did you just call my friends vermin?
And as you say that, you start to feel really weird. I'm
gonna fight this bitch.
You don't notice this, and neither does your mother, because you two are fully in conversation. But I think Foggy Willow notices it and it starts to go, what? Because there are small tendrils of like energy from that feather kind of licking out of the case and like spurting out of the case, and like Foggy Willow kind of follows it with her eye, and it's kind of swirling around your feet a little bit. Like ever so slightly.
Oh no!
Something's
Do I notice it, or is
you don't notice it?
Okay,
you are too distracted in the moment right now, but something's
my mom's
not right.
Bitch.
And as Foggy Willow is noticing this, Alan Way, your mother, speaks back up again, and she puts her hands on her hips and she says, "Do not speak to me in that tone of voice, young lady. See, this is exactly what I mean. You spend all day with those dirty fae, and then you come home and you act like this ungrateful Navetel."
You fucking bitch! Fucking mantle of flame! Fuck you!
And yes, as she calls you an ungrateful Navetel,
Fuck that.
your skin
That's
starts to
fucked up.
shimmer.
Yeah,
And,
fuck it up!
and bursts of flame start crackling off your skin, and those energy tendrils from that feather, they are fully swirling around you at this point, and there's a wind in the room right now. Your hair is fluttering, everyone's hair is fluttering, and everything in the room is kind of spinning around, like air-wise. Like, nothing's gotten lifted up yet, but as you say, you said Mantle of Flame. Yeah, go ahead and use that spell slot, because you are accidentally casting Mantle of Flame.
Mantle of Flame is actually a bonus action. Does that...
Bonus action?
Yeah, it's a bonus action.
Hang on one second, let me check something. Oh yeah, it is a bonus action, so I guess that's not a spell slot. Never mind, my bad.
Yeah.
It's been a little while.
You're fine.
But yeah, the flames are crackling around the room, and your mother suddenly starts to notice what's going on here, and takes a step back, and she says, "What are you doing?"
I don't know. You're a bitch.
Does Lise respond at all, or has Lise like?
I don't know. I feel like she's so pissed off. That was so fucked up. She's probably just like, I don't know. She's probably like not even like in her head, you know?
Yeah.
She's like, she is no longer present.
And so the feather at this point, the glass in the case has started to crack and it breaks, and the feather starts to like ripple energy off of itself as well, kind of feeding energy into this giant flame like tornado at this point that's being formed. You have cast Mantle of Flame in the past. It's never been like this. This is far greater, far stronger, and disturbingly, like, spreading disturbingly fast.
Oh no.
In mere seconds, most of the room is on fire. Foggy Willow kind of like looks around the room and goes, yeah, mistress, we gotta get out of here. And she starts tugging at the hem of your mother's clothing, and starts pulling her out of the room.
Oh no.
And your mother, as like she's being pulled out of the room, kind of glares at you and says, "You'd better run far from here, dear, because I will find you. You're not getting away with this." And the room starts to collapse around you a little bit. Like, things are falling apart.
Shit.
And after they're fully out of the room, I think you kind of regain some of your composure.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't quite hear her. I feel like I wasn't, like, present enough to really, like, I don't know. I probably, like, will realize what she said afterward.
Yeah. Yeah, Mantle of Flame only lasts 1 minute, so I'm willing to say that 1 minute is about how long you stay in that state before you kind of come to and, oh yeah, the whole house is on fire.
Oh, fuck. Shit, fuck, oh shit, oh fuck, oh my god, okay, oh fuck, shit, fuck, fuck, oh my god, fuck. I run for it? I don't know, I'm getting the fuck out of here. This fucking whole place is coming down.
Right before you leave, you do notice that the feather has kind of like stopped feeding energy at this point. It's kind of like settled back down like onto the pedestal. Does Lise take the feather with her?
Oh god. Did she like notice that it was like feeding her power?
I think, yeah, you've noticed it now. Like, you're paying more attention to what it was doing now.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll pick it up.
Okay.
Be like, this is your fault, you stupid feather.
Do you grab anything else on the way out?
Ooh, that's a... What's not on fire?
I don't know that the fire has fully spread to your room yet, although it has spread to most of the house.
Maybe pack a quick bag.
Of what?
I don't know. Essentials? Maybe an extra change of clothes.
I'm putting you on the spot right now because Lise is also on the spot.
This is true. She probably... her family, like, signet ring, she probably takes that from, like, under her drawer, like, under her pillow or something. Just, I don't know. Maybe if there's, like, leftover... like, I don't know. What do you take? What do you take when your house is burning down? Do I have any pets? Are there other people
do you
still
have
in the
pets?
house?
I don't know. You never told me about pets.
I don't think so.
Okay. So you don't have pets.
Okay, clothes, family ring, feather, I don't know. She's got daggers. She kind of stuffs those in her bag.
Stuffing daggers in the back, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
So clothes, feathers, dagger. You said you brought the signet
Yeah.
ring? Yeah. Okay. You might want to write all this down, by the way. You're the one managing your inventory.
I have it in my inventory.
Okay.
And like, she probably also grabs off her desk like her like crystal spellcasting focus.
Oh, okay. So she does indeed use a spell focus.
Yes.
Okay. Because I don't require that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably just what, because she was taught. She had like a lot of fancy professors and stuff come teach her magic, so they probably were like, "You need to use a focus."
Okay. So yeah, you desperately throw all of these things into your bag, and as you're kind of, cinching the bag and trying to get moving, the flames spread to the frame of your door. And you're kind of not given a whole lot of options. Your window faces the backyard.
Okay. Really quick, I'm gonna throw Really quickly, I'm gonna throw my diary into the flames and make sure that it burns. And yeah, I mean, how high is the window?
Yeah,
what are we talking here?
Go ahead and make a dexterity, just a flat dexterity check.
Oh God. Okay, that's all right. Oh, the 5.
Oh no! You threw the diary, but you missed all the flames, and now it's just sitting in the center of the house, not burning.
God damn it! Fuck! Fuck it! All right, how tall is how am I on the second floor? Am I on the first
floor?
You're on the second floor. Shit! When did I? Oh God! All right. Well, am I gonna fucking break my legs if I try and jump out the window?
I'll make you make an acrobatics check.
Wait, do I have rope? I think I might have rope.
Okay. If you wanna,
yeah, I have 50 feet of rope.
Okay. With that, I'll let you switch it to an athletics check, and you'll have advantage.
Well, I would prefer if it was dexterity.
Unfortunately, climbing down a rope is not acrobatics. That's athletics.
Okay.
So you can either do athletics with advantage.
Fuck the rope. I'm just gonna jump out the window.
Okay.
I have -1 to strength and a +1 to dexterity. I will take my chances.
Go ahead and make that acrobatics saving throw then.
Oh God. Oh fuck. Okay. Yes. 17.
Okay. So you burst through the window, and you deftly roll into the landing.
Oh, God.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Okay. Perception. 16 plus
16 total?
Well, I have a +4 to perception. Does that include my proficiency bonus?
So your perception is calculated by it's calculated by taking your wisdom, and then if you are proficient, then you add your proficiency bonus to that. I think you're using D&D Beyond, right?
4. Yeah, so it's just +4.
Yeah, that'll calculate it for you.
It's 16.
Yep. So yeah, you deftly roll, and then with a 16, you do notice that there's someone else here in the backyard. Someone you've never seen before.
The fuck? Who are you? Why are you in my backyard? I did not, but this was not. You didn't see. Who are you?
There is an elf man with covered in leather armor with black kind of like robes and a hood over his head. Two daggers cinched at his belt.
Oh no.
And he is dumbfounded right now. He doesn't even like pay a whole lot of attention to you coming out. He's staring at your house.
Well, while he's distracted, I'm gonna GTFO run into the woods as fast as I can.
Yeah, so this is actually a question I have for you, though. You are currently, least, seeing your childhood home burn behind you.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. I don't think it's a super great thing for me. But also, it is completely my fault, so I am going to run very fast away from here.
By the way, for everyone listening right now, we are fully in D&D territory. Mint no longer has any idea what's going on.
Yeah.
And as you start to make your run for it, that elf man says, Wait, hold on. Where are you going? What happened here?
No, I don't know. That's it. Oh, how it's on fire? That's crazy. Bye.
He kind of like runs after you a little bit before you can like fully get away, and he says, "No, what's going on here? What happened? How did this happen?"
I gotta go. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I don't speak. What is he? Is he speaking Elvish?
Yeah.
I start speaking common. It's like, I don't speak Elvish, I'm so sorry. And
He says, but you were just speaking Elvish, and he says that in common.
no, I don't. I'm so sorry. I don't speak. I don't understand. I gotta go.
And then, as you're getting ready to go, he says, is the artifact in there?
I don't know what that is. Bye.
He says, it looks like a feather. A feather. Have you seen a feather?
I don't know. Bye. I'm gone.
Ma'am,
I'm
and
away from him.
He's running after you.
I'm running. I don't care. I'm running as far away from this man. I'm running as far away from this man as possible.
Okay. Where are you running to?
Just the woods. Getting the fuck away from here.
Well, okay, so keep in mind, the Whispering Wood, you will not be able to effectively navigate on your own.
That's fine. I'll still just run in.
Okay. He's chasing after you the whole way. He's hot on your heels the whole way. This man is definitely faster than you.
No.
In fact, go ahead and make an athletics check for me.
Oh God. Oh no. 6.
So yeah, you run, and at this point you've gotten a decent distance away. You got kind of a head start because he wasn't expecting you to just outright bolt out of there. You would be, I guess, if we're kind of like guesstimating around where you would be, you'd be kind of like not quite to the forest yet, but you're on the outskirts of town, kind of in like a wooded area. And he catches up to you, and he grabs your arm, and he's like, "Ma'am, please, you need to wait."
Do I burn him? I feel like touching me was not a good idea.
You do not have Mantle of Flame active right now. You can attack him.
Here's the thing. I have Fire Starter, which means that I can make any flammable thing ignite. So I feel like when he touches me, like, is he wearing like long sleeves?
Oh, he's wearing gloves. He's fully decked out in leather.
His gloves like catch on fire a little bit. She's like, "Don't fucking touch me! Who are you?"
Here, I'm actually gonna make him make a dexterity saving throw.
I guess it would be an attack.
Okay. So yeah, he just barely like as that glove catches on fire, he grabs you with the other hand and flicks that glove off, and he's like, "Ma'am, please, I'm trying to help you."
Dude, I don't even know who you are. Why do you want to help me? Who the fuck are you?
I think you were touched by the artifact, and I'm trying to help.
Listen, I was not touched by anything. First of all, that's slander, and I will not stand for it, sir. By the way, she's fucking like pissed, but
she's mad at him.
Yeah. She goes, "I don't appreciate being chased through the forest after my house burned down. Who the fuck are you? What do you want?"
So has Lee stopped?
I feel like she's still kind of running.
so they're having this conversation while she's hauling ass.
Yeah.
This is a hilarious image in my mind.
She
my God.
I feel like it's not, she doesn't feel safe enough to stop.
He still has his other hand on her sleeve.
She's like, "Fucking let go of me."
He's like, he says, "You have no idea how dangerous it is. I need to know where it is, please."
What the fuck are you talking about? Who are you?
The entire aisle could burn.
Great! What are you talking about?
Does Lee stop?
Yeah, I guess she stops running.
He after you finally stop, he's breathing heavily. He's going, "Oh my God. Okay, calm down."
No, don't tell me to calm down. Who the fuck are you?
And he says, "Okay, listen. I think the artifact may have been at your house. The merchant said he sold it to you."
That's so interesting. I wish I knew what the fuck you were talking about.
It'll look like a feather, red or orange, something like that.
Oh. What do you want with it? What is it doing?
He kind of like notices that you like are like listening to him finally, and he says, "Where is it?"
Well, now hold on. Who are you? What's your name? I don't like you very much, sir, to be quite honest.
He heavily sighs.
Who are you?
He heavily sighs and says, "Okay, I'm sorry. I know
You
you're
should be
going
sorry.
through. I know you're going through a tough day. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm in a very big hurry. My name is Quinn Farron. I deal with stuff like this all the time. It's my job to make stuff like this, to fix things like this. But I need you to work with me if I'm going to do that."
All right. Interesting.
And he kind of like making what is it? An insight check for me.
Ooh. Okay. 11.
11. Okay. Yeah. With an 11, you notice he kind of has his hand on his neck a little bit, and he says, and he kind of like his eyes are darting around, and he's like, "Okay, and look, and in the interest of being abundantly forthcoming and forward about everything, I wasn't there for the most noble reasons just now, but I promise I was only trying to help, okay? I need you to understand that."
I don't like you. You seem very suspicious to me.
He says...
Were you going to rob my house just now? Is that what you're telling me?
He puts his hood down. He says, "Yes, I was here to steal the feather, but it's not for my own gain. I'm trying to get rid of it."
Well, listen. This feather has caused me nothing but trouble recently. The only good it seems to have done is it probably cost my mother a lot of money, which is hilarious. So you can have it.
That house is a goner for sure.
Don't shut the fuck up. All right, that was my house. You could be a little more. You're being a little insensitive, actually. I don't appreciate it. All right, listen. Here. You can have it as long as I never fucking see it again. Just go away. If I give it to you, will you leave? And then I can keep running?
He says, "Well, I do have a few more questions for you, but we can keep moving together if you want."
Well, listen. Here's the thing. I don't like you. And you just wanted this. I don't have a lot of answers for you. So I'm gonna... She like drops the feather on the ground and just like does this. It's like, "I'm gonna go."
He says, "Oh my gosh, please be more careful." And he grabs the feather and he pulls out like this small box from his bag. It's this brilliant, shiny, golden box with these black tree branches kind of woven around it. And he pops open the box and places the feather inside and closes the box and puts it back in his bag. And he says, "Okay, it's under control now, but I do need to ask you a few more questions because what I witnessed was unlike anything I've seen before."
She's like backed up a bit while he's been doing that, and she's like kind of like behind a tree. She's like, "I'm good."
He's still following her. He's saying, "Please, you gotta work with me here. Like this."
I don't have to do anything. You are a strange man who is going to rob my home, which is now burned to the ground.
He says...
And then you chased me through the woods.
He says, "They'll kill you."
I could very well already be dead. Did you see what happened back there? The town guard, if they find me, they will fucking, like, behead me or some shit. I don't know.
He says, "You don't understand. This isn't... not the guard. They'll kill you." And he pulls out from his bag a slip of paper. And he asks you, "Have you ever seen anyone wearing emblems that look kind of like this?" And I've put the paper in the roll 20 screen.
Oh. Um. No. What the fuck is that? Did you draw that yourself? You're not a very good artist.
Yeah, he's like, I'm sorry, it's a very rough sketch.
No, I've never seen that before in my life. Are you done now? Can I leave?
He says, okay, but please, can I ask you some questions? Listen, these people, they are after this artifact, but the artifact reacted to you, did it not?
Listen, nobody is quite sure. Historians are still speculating. Nobody is quite sure what's happened tonight. Very, much less myself. It was there, and then there was fire, and now the house is gone, and I am here. That is all I know.
He says, they have eyes everywhere. You don't understand. This is going to get around, and if they find you, and they find out you don't have the artifact, they're going to kill you.
Why? What did I do? Also, who are you talking about? Also, what the fuck is going on?
He says...
You know what? I have some questions for you, Quinn.
He says, and I'm happy to answer, just... All right, fine. You don't have to come with me, but can I come with you? I'll compromise.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not quite sure where I'm going. I was sort of just running. I guess you can walk a fair distance away from me in the same general direction, and I will not stop you. But you may not come with me.
What? Okay, can I still talk to you and ask you questions?
You're welcome to speak your questions. Whether or not I provide you with an answer is really up in the air.
And so I guess he follows a short distance away from you.
Yeah.
And where are you headed?
I don't know. Maybe just walking back to the forest.
Okay.
I have like one hand on my dagger, by the way.
Okay.
I'm readying a weapon.
So you've made your way to like the edge of the forest, and while doing it's been like an hour or two at this point after
Damn, that's a long time.
Oh yeah, it's a decent distance away from your house.
He was chasing me for a while.
Yeah, he's been following with you. Well, no. This is like an hour or so after that chase.
Okay.
And at this point, you guys have kind of talked for a little while about who he is and what he does. And has Lise surrendered any information about herself?
Well, hold on. Who is he, and what does he do?
Yeah, his name is Quinn Farron, and he lets you know that he is a member of a secret organization called the Umbra Arbiters. And his whole job is he's contracted out by this magic shop owner who is basically running this shady cabal off of his profits from his shop. And he's contracted out along with a bunch of other different people who are part of the Arbiters. And their whole job is to make terrible things like this not happen. And he lets you know he's been tracking that feather for the better part of 5 years at this point.
Damn. You're not very good at your job, are you?
He says, yeah, when it comes to really valuable stuff like this, you end up in a lot of unsavory places, dealing with a lot of unsavory people, and you get a dagger at your throat a few times.
She's like still got her hand on her dagger, and she's like, I can imagine.
He says, I promise I'm not, he has his hands fully off his dagger. He's like, I'm not looking for any trouble. I just want to help you.
Yeah, well, this isn't for you. This is a comfort thing for me. So,
and he says, yeah, this mission has gone sideways multiple times at this point, so I'm just trying to minimize damage. Look, I don't think we should stay on the Isles for long.
What? Where else am I supposed to go?
Anywhere but here. The Inquisition is going to come here, and they're going to find you one way or another. I mean, let's be honest.
Now?
What's up?
A fucking what now? The who?
The New Dawn Inquisition. He pulls that sheet of paper out again. He says, these guys, ones I told you about earlier.
Oh, well, now hold on. You said, have you seen any of this? And then I said no, and you proceeded to never fucking mention it again. So, no, you did not tell me earlier.
He says, all right, sorry. The New Dawn Inquisition. Oh boy, there's a lot to catch you up on. I'm sorry, I'm trying my best to get you up to speed as quickly as possible. They're here. They're somewhere here looking for you at this point, and guaranteed that fire was big enough. They saw it from wherever they are. The Isles are big, but they're not that big.
Well, hold on. How do they know it was a magical fire? Shit burns down all the time.
Well, they know what the artifact they're looking for is. And that was a very sudden, huge fire.
Well... well, all right, fine, Mr. Smarty Pants.
He's kind of doing the thing with his hands. He's like, it's a big fire.
All right, fine. Fuck. You got me there, Sherlock.
And he kind of like, you guys are at the edge of the forest right now. The path is about to like end here. But he kind of like looks over his shoulder at like kind of elven society in the background. And he says, and let's be fucking honest with ourselves. I come from the Isles too. I'm well aware the military here isn't much to write home about. Tialenrune has sat in a safe little pocket of the world untouched by anything for so long. If the Inquisition gets here, they're powerful enough, I have no doubt they could collapse this kingdom. They will burn everything looking for you.
Okay, but cool, hold on. Why do they want me? I thought you have the artifact. I think it's your ass on the line now. I don't think it has anything to do with me.
I'm leaving, but they know you came into contact with it.
You're from the Isles? Which island are you from? Are you fair? She looks him over. She's like, are you fair, Cassia?
Says, well, I mean, I guess technically I lived in the Manacasir kingdom, but that was like, 100 years ago at this point.
Manacasir. And she like looks him. She like does like the head to toe like check over. She's like, yeah, you look Manacasir. I see.
He says, what is that supposed to mean? What?
Nothing. Anyway,
he takes 1 point of ego damage.
Yeah. Wait, how tall is this guy?
He's kind of just average height. He's like 5'8".
I'm taller than him.
How tall is Lise?
Lise is like 5'9".
Does she like lord that over him? She's just like,
yeah. She like, and she's also like wearing heels, so she's probably like 5'11". She's like, Manacasir, like looking down at it.
He's just like, what? Like, what is this superiority complex?
Listen, she's a half elf. Let her have this.
Yeah, he asks, are you wanting to know like more about like my background? Like, is that
Listen,
what you want?
I have a lot of fucking questions, and you're pretty dodgy, sir. You work for okay, so you collect artifacts. Okay, wait. So why do I have to leave? They're gonna burn the place down?
So I'm getting out of here.
Counterintuitive.
They're not gonna find me. I'm getting off these Isles. But
okay.
I'm gonna have the artifact with me, and he pats his bag and he says, and if they find you and they know you had the artifact, if they find you and you don't have it, even if you answer all their questions, I have no doubt that they'll kill you.
Well, how would they know that I had it? The last place it was seen is in fucking ashes.
Like I said, everywhere, they have eyes everywhere. They likely already know you by name.
That's pretty fucked up. I don't like that. All right, fine.
No joke.
What do I do then? I have to leave the islands I've grown up on and I've never left.
He sighs and he says, I mean, yeah, it's not an easy decision to make, but
Well, hold on. Actually, no, wait a second. I could just live in the forest with the Fae because nobody can get in there. Only the Fae.
He says, wait, hold on. You can navigate the forests?
Well, yes. I have the potential to navigate the forest.
Go ahead and make a deception check.
Deception. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. 16.
He says, "What? You can navigate? No elf can navigate the mists on their own. I mean, other than, well, no one's seen them for 2,500 years.
Oh, the Mistwalkers? Yeah, fucking. Don't even get me started on those bitches.
He shakes his head and says, "How do you navigate the forests?" And
Listen, that's a trade secret. I just fucking met you. I'm not going to tell you all of my secrets.
And as you say that, guess who you see waiting for you at the edge of the forest?
Is it Foxbud?
It's Foxbud.
Oh my god, I'm so happy to see him.
Immediately upon seeing you, runs up, yipping happily, and jumps into your arms.
I'm holding him, but I have not given any indication that anything has happened. I'm holding him and petting him, but I'm just dead face, staring at this dude.
And Quinn Farron kind of looks and he's like, You've befriended the Fae?
What?
The Fae? You've befriended the Fae?
What are you talking about?
What? He looks at Foxbud and looks at you and looks at Foxbud and looks at you. He's like,
Is something the matter?
The Fae, you've befriended them.
What are you talking about? What Fae?
Make a deception check with disadvantage. because Foxbud has sold you out.
13.
That's with disadvantage?
Yeah.
Damn, what the fuck? You got some loaded dice.
I have a +5 deception.
Unfortunately, that is not enough to clear the DC. He says, okay. He puts his hands on his fingers on his temple. He's just like, oh my god, please, work with me here. You've befriended the Fae. This is good. We can hide out here for a little while.
Maybe. Well, I can hide out here for a little while. You should probably still leave.
He says, please, I'm not here to hurt anyone. I'm just trying to help you. You don't know what these guys are capable of.
Can I do an insight check?
Yeah.
Um, 14.
14? With a 14, yeah, you see his eyes, he's very earnest. He's earnest to the point that, there's fear in his eyes. He's genuinely terrified for Lisa's safety.
I turn Foxbud around in my arms, so I'm holding him, and his paws are sticking straight out. And I'm like, what do you think? Do we trust him? I kind of wiggle Foxbud.
And Foxbud, you kind of wiggle him, his little butt's shaking in the air, and he looks over at Quinn and kind of starts leaning forward, he wants you to hold him closer so he can sniff him.
And I hold him up right in front of his face.
And Quinn is oh.
I'm this mandatory security check.
Foxbud sniffs him all over and sits half an inch from his face, and you hear the beginning of a grumble, a growl in the back of his throat, and then he starts licking Quinn's face.
She's like, all right, vibe check passed. And she pulls him back. It's all right, let's go. She puts Foxbud on the ground And it's like, all right, let's go. And like starts following him.
And he like looks a little dumbfounded. He's like, that easy, huh?
Foxblood is a good judge of character. They say animals and children are very good judges of character, and this little boy is both.
At this point, Foxblood is kind of happily prancing around both of you, running laps around the two of you, shaking his tail.
What a good boy.
Oh, excuse me. And Quinn chimes in and he says, Okay, this is good. If we hide you out in the forest for, a few days, they'll at least have time to get out of the port and really start investigating the court and asking questions. And then we can make a break for it.
All right. Sure.
And so you guys make your way.
Well, hold on. Where are we going?
He says, well, for your sake, I would say really try to go anywhere but here. He rifles through his bag and he says, you're welcome to join me if you want, but I'm not asking you to. I just want to get you off these isles. So I can, give you some money, some food. I have.
I don't need your money. I don't need your money.
He's like a little dumbfounded. He's like, I'm not saying. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not insinuating that you can't take care of yourself. I just want to help. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And he says, but really, I would try to kind of disappear for a while if I were you. I can give you a list of people that I know are good people and you can trust. Anything you need. It's really up to you. But first and foremost, we need to get you off the Isles.
I suppose that would be helpful. Well, fine. Where are you going?
He says, well, once I'm out of here, I'm probably going to charter. So my ship that I chartered in here goes back to No Man's Land, at which point I'll probably charter a ship back to Caliban. Like I said, you're welcome to join me. Caliban is a perfectly fine kingdom.
What is?
I don't know.
No
Have you ever been
Land?
outside the Isles?
No, I said that already. I have grown up here and I have never left. What's No Man's Land?
He says, "Oh wow, like, wait, do you know what Caliban? Like, how much do you know about the outside world? I don't know where to start."
Oh.
Your mic's cutting out.
Oh.
You might be like hitting the wire or something.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and she's like thinking really hard back to her like history classes that she was like sleeping through and like doodling through.
Mm-hmm.
Orin.
Okay, so you know the Orid Empire. That's good. That's kind of the whole reason this place exists.
Empire.
And he kind of chuckles a little bit, and he's like, "Man, I forgot how much I miss living on the Isles."
I've never missed not living on the Isles because I've lived here.
He says, "You've got a lot of catching up to do, and fair warning, the outside world's a lot less pleasant than here."
Oh. Well, then I don't want to leave.
He said, well, it's about to get a lot less pleasant here, too.
Would you say, like, equally as bad? Or, like, here will get a little bit worse? Maybe a little bit better here?
Like, this place will stop existing if they don't find you.
Oh. Well, that's shit. Fine. What's fun in Caliban? What's it like there?
He says, Caliban's great. It's one of kind of the last like truly free nations in the world right now. I think you'd be perfectly safe there. There's you can move to Heaven's Cradle. I don't know if I'd recommend Silver Falls, but There's, some great towns outside of Heaven's Cradle. There's all kinds of great places. And again, I can get you in contact with people who can make you disappear. It's just...
I think I've heard of that.
But first, the ship that I've chartered here goes back to No Man's Land. We're going to hop a ship there, and then I can help you charter a ship wherever you need to go. But first things first, we got to get off the Isles, okay?
All right. And she, holds her dagger up. She goes, but if you try anything funny, I will slit your fucking throat.
And he's like, not at all. And, his hands are fully up.
Fine. And
so, yeah. Do you let Foxbud guide you into the body of the forest?
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys head into the forest, and it gets really dense out here. And at this point, it's like dawn is beginning to break. It's like the very early morning. Things are still very dark.
Fuck! I stayed up all night.
Oh yeah, and by the way, just fair warning. This is speaking from D&D mechanics. If you do not sleep soon, you will start to suffer from the effects of exhaustion.
Hey, buddy, I need to fucking sleep.
Yeah, so you start making your way toward the clearing that you and Foxbud and Bramble and Glimmer and Fauna typically hang out in.
Yeah.
In the mists. So the way the Whispering Wood works is the mists kind of any other elf would get lost in these forests. Any other elf, very few elves have ever actually navigated these forests. Typically, when you enter these forests, you end up turned around and you end up walking back out without even realizing it, or you end up lost for weeks on end because the mists are constantly changing the world around you. However, for the Fae, who are native to this forest, the mist kind of parts way a little bit and it allows them to navigate the forest like a normal forest. And so Foxbud starts guiding you through the forest, and you get close to that clearing. And I think this is where we're going to have our first audience poll.
Oh. Okay.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
This will be the first time that the audience is able to influence the story. So we're going to see if Lise is going to find a friend.
Oh no.
Or a foe.
Or an angry goblin or some shit.
So start voting now. Remember, 1s or 2s in chat to vote whether or not Lise will find a friend or a foe in the forest. And here, let me play some dramatic music for this. No, that's not it. That's a little too intense. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna go full intensity. Friend or foe, boys?
Am I supposed to be able to hear the music?
Oh, wait. Yes.
I think I maybe do hear it. It's just really quiet.
Turn up your volume.
Volume is up.
Ooh, it's 50-50. If someone were to vote right now, they could break it. They could break the tie. And if it's a tie, then I roll a die.
Oh.
If it's a die, I roll a d20, and 1 through 10 is the first option, and 11 through 20 is the second option.
Shit.
I don't know if we have enough people for another vote. Ooh, it might come down to a dice roll. Can you vote multiple times? You cannot. It will not allow you to. So I think we may have reached our poll's conclusion here. And unfortunately, it's a 50-50 tie, which means that instead it's going to come down to a dice roll. Okay. So, 1 through 10, is Lise will find a friend. 11 through 20, Lise will find a foe. $17. So
Wait, what? So what happens?
you, I rolled a 17, and so you walk into this clearing. So let me actually set up the board.
Oh no.
We're gonna have our first scene change.
Y'all have fucked me over. It's okay. I'm pretty badass. She's still pissed off from her house burning down and from this guy being fucking shady as hell. She could use a good fight.
So you and Quinn. Let's see, Quinn. Let's display that name. All right. So you and Quinn are kind of making your way into the clearing, and you hear voices that you've never heard before in your life.
Oh.
You, like, these are not the voices of any of the Fae you know. These are very, like, there are elven voices, and there's an elven voice. You hear an orc, and you hear, which I think you may have very rarely heard in the past. There aren't many orcs on the Isles, so, like, this grating voice is kind of new to you. And then you hear a dwarf.
The fuck?
And you enter the clearing, and let's say Foxbud is kind of right around here for you. And oh, there we go. You see set up this board real quick. You see Fauna, who is currently in the clearing, and this is right around the place where you guys were camping out for the night earlier, and you hear the elven man saying, "Where is your friend, dear?"
Oh, you fucking bitch!
And
you fucking leave her alone.
Right as you guys hear that, Quinn, like, reaches over and puts his hand on your shoulder, and he's like, "Oh, shit. Okay. Follow my lead, okay?"
I'm gonna go save my friend. You're welcome to not die in the process.
So do you rush forward, or do you...
No, I think I'm gonna cast a spell. Wait, how far away?
You're going right into combat?
How far away am I from this dude?
Each of these squares is about 5 feet. So, 5, 10, or 15, 20, 25, 30. The closest guy is about 35 feet away.
35. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to... okay, hold on. I want to hide in the nearest bush.
Okay.
But
there's a tree here to your right, and then there's a bush to your left. Do you want to jump into the bushes?
Yeah, but I still want to have, like, visibility, so maybe just, like...
You kind of hunker down in the bushes.
Peeking out a little bit.
Okay. So Quinn's, like, telling you, like, "Okay, follow my lead," and then you jump into the bushes, and he's like, "Okay, I guess. Just hold on, okay?" And he moves forward. Actually, I think Foxbud is kind of confused and following Quinn.
No.
They get right about here. Foxbud's kind of, like, hiding behind Quinn's legs and kind of, like, growling low at these guys. And Quinn speaks up and he says, "Varric, this is between you and me. Leave her out of it."
The fuck? I don't say anything.
And the elven man speaks up, who you now assume his name is Varric. And he says, "Oh, Good. I knew we would find you here. Quinn, dear boy. You always manage to get mixed up in the worst possible way, don't you? And Quinn says, just leave her alone. And one of the cultists approaches Fauna, and Quinn also approaches. He's on the other side of Fauna at this point, and he says, you lay a hand on her, Varric, you're all dead. And Varric says, come now, Quinn. You know no one has to come to harm. Just give me the artifact, which we all know you have, and I'll be on my merry way. No one has to be hurt. No one has to die. Mm-hmm. Does Lise react at all to any of this? Or is she just hiding in the bush?
Well, I feel like she's definitely, like, in her head, she's like, I'm gonna fucking kill this bitch. No, but I think I want to cast message on Fauna.
Okay.
And just like tell her that I'm here nearby, and that.
How far away can you do message from?
120 feet.
Okay, cool. You're well within range.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Fauna is like fully paralyzed in fear right now. She's literally a deer caught in headlights at this point.
Okay. Yeah, I cast message and I'm like, Fauna, I'm here. It's all right.
Does she actually have to, I think it's as long as she's willing, she doesn't have to like save or anything, right?
No.
Okay. Yeah, you hear Fauna's voice, and she says, Lise, is that you? Where are you?
Shh, it's all right. Don't look around. You can't see me right now. I'm hiding.
She can't help it. She's like, her eyes are like darting around the forest.
Fucking stop it, Fauna.
And like, as your voice like picks up, she like freezes. She's like, okay. Where are you though?
Calm down. Deep breaths. Breathing exercises. Ready? In. Deep breath.
She says, in, out.
No, you're just saying in and out. You're not actually doing it. Take a deep breath. I'm going to get you out of this, and I will kill anybody who tries to stop me.
Quinn kind of, but I guess I forgot to move Foxbud. Foxbud's also still here.
Yep.
Quinn looks at Varric, and he looks back at his bag, and he looks back at Varric, and he says, fine. Give me the girl, and you can have the artifact, okay?
What the fuck are you doing? I cast message on Quinn, and I'm like,
wait, hold on. Is message a spell, or is it a cantrip?
It's a cantrip.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do it whenever I want. I cast message on Quinn. I'm like, sir, what the fuck do you think you're doing?
Does he resist? He is not willing. Can he resist?
I don't think so. There's no hit or anything like that. It's just communication.
Gotcha. Okay. So you show up in his mind at this point, and he's like, please, not now, okay? You don't understand how powerful these people are.
Yeah, you literally just told me that if they got this artifact, that they would burn my islands down, and you're just kind of gonna give it to them? And I'm not really cool with that.
No, I said they will burn the isles if they don't get the artifact.
Okay, well, it's also kind of a powerful artifact, and these seem like kind of bitches to me. He says, I don't agree that they should have it.
You don't understand. We can't handle these guys.
You probably can't handle these guys.
A bold statement for someone with 6 HP.
Please don't make assumptions about moi.
And so, back to their other conversation that they were having verbally, Varric speaks out and he says, oh, dear boy, I have no desire to harm these little creatures. They've done no wrong to me. They were merely in my way. If I get the artifact, no harm will come to them. I promise you, lad. And Quinn kind of, he like ever so slightly glances back at the bush, and in his mind he replies to you and says, I need you to trust me, okay?
I don't, but I suppose I will, because I don't seem to have another choice. But if you fuck this up, I will set you on fire, and I do want you to know that. That is a threat.
The man,
it's also a promise.
The man that is kind of that's on the other side of Fauna and is kind of like, holding the hem of her clothing, kind of glances over back at Varric and then back at Quinn, and Quinn slowly pulls out this small golden box that he has, and he says, "It's here. If you want it,
wait,
give her over."
Is the feather still? Does it seem like it's? Is it still? I can't see it. It's in the box.
Mm-hmm.
Does it feel? I don't feel any.
You feel nothing.
Okay, so the power was like pretty much gone from earlier, right? It's not like making me more powerful.
So going back to what you were feeling earlier, the moment he closed that box, you felt really invigorated the whole time this feather was in your presence. The moment
I was running really fast.
The moment the latch closed on that box, you stopped feeling anything, any present. It was a little bit disorienting, a little bit, because like you went from feeling like super energized to just back to your normal self, like instantly.
Okay. Never mind then.
So whatever. If you want to make an Arcana check really quick, I can tell you more.
Sure. Arcana?
Yep.
I think I'm pretty good at that. Yep. Let's see. Whoo! That is... that's 19 plus 4.
Okay, so that's 23. Yeah, you know fucking everything about this.
Yeah, I'm sick as hell.
So it became kind of obvious to you that whatever this box was, it was actively cutting off anything inside of it from the outside world. That magic that was coming from that feather is completely sealed in that box. It's not even in this plane of existence at this point.
Oh shit.
Like the inside of that box is like a pocket dimension.
Okay. She makes a mental note and just says magic box.
So Quinn kind of holds out the box and he's just like, release her. And the cultist reaches forward and grabs hold of the box. And as soon as he does, Quinn grabs Fauna's arm and yanks her back and throws her back about 15 feet.
Wait, hold on. I am so sorry. I started dissociating while you were talking. What? Who grabbed what? What happened? I'm so sorry.
So as he started holding out the box, right as the other guy grabbed the box, his attention was on the box. Quinn grabbed Fauna's arm and he yanked her behind him and threw her back about 15 feet. She screamed and fell on the floor and she's covered in dirt and she's crying at this point. And he looks back and he says, "Get out of here," to her. And Fauna, who still has no idea where you are, it just runs. She bolts out of there.
Yeah, that's smart. As she's running away, I cast message again, and I'm like, "It's okay, just go find Bramble and run as far away as you can."
But Foxbud doesn't immediately run. He looks relieved that Fauna is safe, but he seems concerned for Quinn. And so he stays behind Quinn's legs and he's still growling at these men. And Varric approaches and he says, "Come now, boy. That was not necessary. I told you I'd give you the girl, and we did." And Quinn says, "Good. So get off the aisle. Do as you said you would." And I think Quinn kind of starts to wave at Foxbud, and Foxbud starts to back up a little bit. And Quinn and Varric start talking very low. Go ahead and make a perception check for me. With
I'm fucking great at perception.
With disadvantage because you're over 30 feet away and it's dark out.
Well, hold on. I have dark vision, so I can see.
Yes, but it's still dark. It's like you wouldn't be able to see at all if it weren't for dark vision, but you can see, but it's low light right now.
With disadvantage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Shit. Yeah. Okay. I didn't get it.
You didn't get it?
No.
So, you can't hear what they're saying.
Yeah, that's a
but
bummer.
You see that Varric kind of chuckles a little bit while they're talking. And you hear, like, Foxblood is still kind of quivering over here, like, hunched low, and you hear him, like, whine a little bit. And then
Can I
they
message
leave.
Foxbud and have him tell me what they're saying?
I don't know that Foxbud can effectively communicate. You would need speech with animals in order to, like, communicate effectively with Foxbud. But yeah, these guys start making their way out, and Varric calls over his shoulder. He says, "A pleasure doing business with you, boy," and leaves the forest with his people in tow.
I roll out of the bush and, like, hold up, like, a fireball in my hand with a dagger on the other one. And I'm like, you fucking bitch, you better tell me what the fuck you were just talking about.
Quinn doesn't respond.
Interesting choice.
And Foxbud is whining.
Fine. I'm still holding a dagger, but, like, I walk up to him and I'm like, hey, what's wrong? What happened?
So
who was that?
You get about 10 feet away from Quinn, and he slowly starts turning around and he's shaking. And you see his entire front is covered in blood. And his
What?
eyes are wide open.
Bitch, what the fuck?
And he's trying to speak, but he's coughing up blood.
What, bitch, what the fuck? Wait, did he, like...
There's
Hold
a
on.
massive stab wound in his stomach.
Fuck. Okay. Can I do, like, a medicine check? To, like, try and bandage his stomach?
Do you have bandages?
That's such a good question. I have an extra set of clothes. I'll just, like, tear up a shirt.
Yeah, go ahead and make a medicine check.
Okay. 18?
Okay. So you rush over. By the time you get over, he has fallen to his knees and he has lost a lot of blood.
Hey, you can't die right now, okay? My house is burned down and a lot has happened tonight. You cannot die right now. That's not allowed.
He's struggling to speak. So I assume now is you start trying to put on the makeshift gauze, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I tell Foxbud to go get someone who can heal and, like, fast.
Foxbud has no idea what that means because none of your friends can heal
Foxbud,
people.
Help!
Healing!
So
he says help, and so Foxbud just runs away and is like, "Meow, meow, meow," and runs away.
Yeah.
So you start trying to, like, desperately wrap the shirt around his chest. You're slowing the bleeding, but a shirt's not going to be enough. But
Fuck.
You're able to buy him probably a few precious minutes while he's losing all this blood.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gasping for air the entire time. And he says, Warden Locke, he can get you out of here.
Warden Locke.
Lise, You can't. You can't let him keep that feather.
Well, friend, you did give it to him, and I am very sorry. I sincerely do not wish for you to die. Shit. My bad.
He reaches out he reaches out his hand and he's holding a seal in his hand with an emblem that looks a bit like this. And he says, you'll need this going forward. But between gasping breaths.
Oh. All right.
And hang on one second. Shit. Just realized this didn't go. There was something I meant to do earlier that I think I forgot to do. 1 second.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Never mind. This is right. He sorry. I said that they had the feather. He actually pulls out a secondary box. And he says, "You need to get out of here. Get the feather out."
You sly fucking bitch. She goes, "I know you're dying, but I have a lot more respect for you now."
He hands a secondary golden box to you, and through gasping breaths, he says, "You gotta get it away from the Isles."
Well, I will certainly try. I'm very sorry we met. I feel like you would not be dead. I will...
He's not dead yet!
I will run very far away from here. But you have to come with me, because I don't think I can do it by myself. I am I'm afraid now, and I would never admit that to anyone else, but you seem to be kind of not super conscious. So maybe you'll forget if you survive. But I am, quite frankly, pissing my pants.
Blood is basically pouring out of his mouth at this point. Every cough more comes out.
Oh my god, please do not die.
He says, "Warden Luck, he'll get you out of here. Warden Luck." And
oh, fuck.
That is the last word that he ever says.
Son of a bitch.
Quinn goes limp in your arms.
Oh, fuck. I search his body.
You search his body, you find, well, he handed you the seal that he had.
Yeah.
You find about 200 gold coins in a small pouch, the same 2 daggers that you saw before, miscellaneous like adventuring gear that if you were to take it all, it would just weigh too much.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to take anything.
I'm gonna take his gold for sure.
Bitch was like, "You are looting the man."
Listen, I'm going to give him a proper burial. And if he has valuable items on him, they're just going to go to waste. I need help right now. This man was supposed to help me, and now he is dead. He can still help me with his items. It's what he would have wanted.
So wait, you're staying back to give him a burial?
Yeah, can I like see if, well, no, I have to see somebody. You said those people left the forest?
They left your vision, that's for sure. You don't know where they are at this point.
Okay. Yeah, To bury him or to set him on fire? No, fire causes attention. Yeah, I'm gonna bury him and
Okay.
like cover his grave in mushrooms.
You kind of do it like over here, like off the beaten path a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, while you're doing that, Foxbud comes back and he's got Glimmer and Bramble behind him, and Bramble comes out and he says, "All right, who we pantsing? Who we pantsing?"
I feel like Lisa's like got some of his blood on her, and she just looks at him and is like, "Hey guys,
And they see
a lot
you.
of stuff has happened."
They see you, and then Bramble goes, "Who we? Oh, Panson. Oh shit."
So here's the thing. I need you to help me bury this body. And also, I've burned my house down.
Bramble's like, "Holy shit. Really?"
It was an accident. It was not on purpose. But yeah, I could really use your fucking help.
Yeah, so you guys bury this man that you've only met earlier today. It takes a few hours, but you have the 6-foot hole dug. You guys place him in, bury him. Do you like put like a headstone or anything?
I think I just get a pile of mushrooms and like a big rock.
Okay. Do you write anything?
No.
Okay. And so you guys are kind of gathered, I guess, around this makeshift grave, and Bramble's like, "So, you gonna tell us who this guy was?"
Listen, I'm not even really sure. A lot has fucking happened. And I kind of give them the rundown of like what happened.
And they all kind of are like, "Oh my, what?"
Yeah. Also, Fauna like needs help. She's really scared.
Glimmer was like, "Yeah, we like passed her and she was crying. We tried to cheer her up, but we thought you needed help more."
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. Definitely need to talk to her before I leave. But I have to go, I think.
So here's the funny thing. You spent a few hours digging this grave.
Yeah.
You suddenly hear something.
Oh shit. I cast
You
minor
hear-
illusion
To do what?
to make it look like there's just more forest where we are.
Okay. Is this a spell or a cantrip?
It's a cantrip.
Okay. Yeah. So you cast a bunch of foliage around you, and you hear in a very loud booming voice, "Quinn!" And you suddenly notice there's some smoke rising in the forest.
Oh god. I like
And
look to them and I'm like, we have to go now.
Varric walks through the brush, and in tow, the same two people that were with him before, and he says, "All right, dear boy, I tire of these games."
Wait, but he stabbed him. Does he not know that he's dead?
Well, I mean, he didn't see him die, is the thing. He stabbed him, but... So, he is actually going to cast... What was it called? Hang on. Oh, gosh, I had it here somewhere. Hang on one second.
You try and do something nice for someone. Try to give him a good burial.
He did try to tell you to leave.
I was trying to do right by him because he was nice to me.
He ends up casting... I think it's... Hang on, let me check really quick.
I will never be nice to anyone ever again. I've learned my lesson.
He casts a modified version of Sacred Flame, and the underbrush in this area becomes a light. It becomes very bright. Yes. And I think because of the way illusions work, once you interact with them, they start to be dispelled. It becomes very obvious that your brush is not catching on fire, and his eyes lock with the brush that you're in right now.
I whisper, or I cast message on all of my friends, and I just say, scatter! And then I run as far away as I possibly can get.
Oh, where are you? Wait, hold on. Where are you running, though?
Away.
So you yell scatter, and you said you could cast message?
Yeah.
Hold on. Can you have message on more than one person at a time?
Maybe not. Okay. Well, I can cast it as many times as I want. So I say it to each of them, and then I run.
It does take a full action. So I don't know that you can necessarily say it quick enough to all three of them.
Okay, well, Glimmer's little. Glimmer is little. She'll be fine.
So who do you tell to run?
Bramble and Foxbud.
Who first?
Bramble.
You tell Bramble to run, and Bramble doesn't know what's going on still, but all he knows is that he trusts you, and he grabs Foxbud by his tail and like yanks him with him, and he's like, "Come on, buddy, we're going!"
Yeah. The fuck out of here.
So the two of them get out of there, and Glimmer kind of like backs up behind you, and it's like, "What's going on?" Like, right as these men pounce into the forest, and shit. I need you to make 2 separate dexterity saving competitions. Actually, you're gonna make two separate rolls.
Both for dexterity.
Ooh. Yeah.
Okay.
One of those is gonna be real hard to beat. Don't tell me it was a nat 1. Nat 1? Did you just roll a natural 1?
Yeah.
So with a natural 1, not only does one of them,
but it's +1, so technically it's 2.
No, a natural 1 is always 1.
But the other one's a natural 19.
Yeah, so you definitely avoid
20.
One of these guys. You definitely avoid one, but that causes you to jump directly into the arms of the other.
No.
And with a natural 1, he grabs you and pins you down to the floor.
I light him on fire.
So are we entering full combat here?
I don't know.
Are you making an attack roll?
I don't know.
Because if we do, we have to roll for initiative. And keep in mind, Glimmer is still nearby.
Shit. Let me think. I'm grappled.
Yes. You're not only grappled, you're pinned to the ground. You're prone.
Okay. So I can't move my hands, right?
No, you are completely restrained.
Okay. I think I can still cast message.
Yep.
Yeah, I just tell Glimmer to fucking run. Fly as far away as she can get.
You tell Glimmer to run. She does have pretty good dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, just barely. 13 versus 12.
Ooh.
The man on the right kind of grabs out at the air at her, but just barely misses her. She's a very small. He said she's like less than a foot, right?
Yeah, she's little. She's like a couple inches.
So she definitely, like, right before his hand grabs her, sails past him, and she screams back, "Lise, I'm like gonna find help."
Yeah, you do that.
And
I have a feeling I'm not gonna be here when you get back.
She flees.
Yeah.
And his name's hidden right now. I don't know why Varric's name got hidden. Varric walks up to you while you're pinned to the floor, and he says, "You really are hanging out with the worst type of people. You know, Quinn isn't the man that he really made himself out to be."
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about them, and I was going to say, first of all, how fucking dare you? You don't even know them.
He says, "Hand over the box, dear. Make this easy on yourself."
I have no idea what you're talking about. Who are you?
Says, "I'm sick of the games, dear.
Are you from the Isles? Now, hold on. Are you from the Isles as well? Are you a Manicaseer? What is with all the Manicaseer?"
He doesn't answer your question. He looks over at one of the men and says, "All right, do it." And they begin searching you. And one of them finds the box. And he pulls it out, and he quickly pops it open, takes a peek, and shuts it immediately. Like, very quick. And he says, "It's here, boss."
Yeah, I could have avoided this, I think.
And so Varric says, "Honestly, this did not need to be as difficult as it was."
Hey, what do you want with that?
Says, "Oh dear, only good things."
Also, you haven't introduced yourself. You're very rude, actually. Who are you? What's your name?
Says, "Oh, don't worry. We'll make you see the light."
Okay, that's not what I asked you.
As he says that,
That's not
you
what I asked.
feel excruciating pain on the back of your neck. Like, the worst pain you've ever felt in your entire life.
Is he attacking me?
No. The man holding you has done something, but it's not an attack. He's not damaging you, but it hurts like hell. And it feels like a pain all through your body. Your vision starts going white. Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
That's not going to go well. Just kidding. 19.
Okay, so with a 19, you just barely hold on to consciousness, but this pain is excruciating. Your vision is cutting out a little bit. You're in so much agony right now. And he says, "You will understand that this world needs to be reborn, dear.
Oh, God.
This world will be reborn in chaos. And from the flames, a greater world will come. Dear, we don't want destruction. We don't want to hurt anyone.
I didn't.
You are just getting in our way."
That's really cool.
And the flames around the forest are rising.
That's so cool. I super didn't ask for any of that. I asked you what your name was.
Said, "Oh, did you not hear? My name is Varric. Varric Alrindrel."
Interesting.
Alrindel, sorry. I forgot to pronounce his name.
It's not very nice to meet you. I'm actually quite upset.
Yes, well, hopefully this will be the last time you ever see of me, dear. Although, perhaps you will awaken. You will come around to our ways. And if you do...
super doubt it.
He says, "If you do," and he gestures to the two men next to him, and he says, "You're always welcome to join us, dear. We're always accepting new members."
There's a fat chance in hell of that happening.
And
I'd rather go to the 9 hells than hang out with you. You smell so bad. When was the last time you took a shower?
I mean, do you want me to tell you what he actually smells like, or...
Does he smell bad? He looks like he's stinky.
Oh, he smells beautiful. He smells like lilacs right now.
That's not true.
I am rewriting fiction. So as he says that, the man who is pinning you kind of takes his knee off your back and kind of steps back, and he says, "All right, And Varric says, "Now, we'll be on our way. A pleasure doing business with you." And
Flip them off.
they begin making their way out.
I flipped them off.
You flip them off. They don't even look back at you. They're
Yeah.
so done with you.
I flip them off again.
The flames have kind of started to subside as they left. You kind of get the implication that like he was feeding the flames and this forest was fighting back the flames. This forest is the Whispering Wood is like you can't burn it down unless you're like incredibly powerful and actively feeding flames to it. So like trees are kind of springing back up as he leaves.
Oh.
And so did they take the box? Yes, they took the box.
Yeah.
And so you, with that Constitution saving throw, you were able to stay awake momentarily. But you're fading quick.
Oh no.
It hurts like a son of a bitch. And right before you start to lose consciousness, you hear something. And you can't really tell where it's coming from. It feels like it's coming from all around you. And it's
God?
music.
Is that you?
It's music. But it's not like any music you've ever heard before. And it feels impossibly far away, yet right in your ears.
What does it sound like?
Can you hear it?
No, actually. I think that I have not been able to hear the music this whole time.
Well, it sounds, I guess chat just heard it. It was a very strange, like ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, but it kind of fades away. And it fades away with a record scratch, and you hear a voice in the distance say, "No, not yet." And from the bushes, you see something waddle out.
Oh.
You see a small stuffed animal
Oh my God.
waddle out from the bushes. And it's this adorable little dog stuffed animal. It's all roughed up from like years of love, and it's got like stuffing coming out of some spots, and it's got two big button eyes. It's got a little tongue hanging out of his mouth, and it's clumsily holding this big goofy looking hammer, and it kind of like waddles out, and a hand extends from the bushes and grabs it. It stretches a comical amount of distance, like literally like 30 feet. It stretches from the shadows and grabs this little stuffed animal's head, and you hear like a squeak as it grabs it. And he says, the voice says, "No, not yet. The time's not right. You're gonna ruin it." And pulls this stuffed animal back into the bushes.
Lisa's like half conscious. She's like sick.
And with that, Lise falls unconscious.
Yeah.
You come to, and it's like fully daytime now. The sun has risen. And your friends have returned, and they're kind of like shaking you, trying to get you to like wake up. Foxbud is kind of like, he's sunk his teeth into like the hem of your your sleeve, and he's like pulling at you to wake you up. Glimmer is like fucking shaking like sparkles in your face to like try to wake you up. And Fauna is kind of crying at your feet because I think Fauna thinks you may be dead.
Oh. I wake up and I'm like, I'm not dead. Stop crying.
And Bramble's actually also kind of on the verge of tears, and he's like, "Lise, we thought you were dead."
Guys, I'm totally fine. I did pass out and have a really weird hallucination, but I'm super not dead.
So yeah, and Glimmer, you look over at her and like she says like, whatever, I wasn't like worried or anything, and like
That's such a fucking lie.
She clearly has tears in her eyes right now.
Fucking liar.
I knew you were just too strong. Then they weren't gonna get you. You're fine.
No, you're totally right. I'm super cool. They could never get me. And she sits up and she's like, I'm totally just kidding. That fucking hurt really bad.
And Fauna finally speaks up and she says, it's on your neck.
Oh yeah, it really hurt. Is there something there? And she like,
you still feel throbbing pain in your neck.
It's fucking, it hurts, guys. What is there is there something there?
Do you touch your neck?
I don't want to touch it. I'm just like, is there something?
And they're like, yeah, there's something.
Okay, well, what is it?
Bramble's like, I don't know. I've never seen anything like it before.
Okay, I need you guys to be.
I like grab Bramble at this point.
I grab Bramble. I'm like, I need you to be honest with me, Bramble. I need you to be honest with me. Is there a bug? Is there a bug on my neck? Is it a bug?
He's like still in tears, but like he kind of like smirks for a second. He's like, yeah, this is a huge bug.
Oh my god, kill it! Kill it!
He's like, no, I don't know what it is actually.
Okay, well.
Fauna speaks up. She's like, it's like a mark. It does it hurt?
Yeah, it fucking hurts a lot.
And Glimmer like kind of like floats closer. She's a little pixie, so she can kind of just like float over to your shoulder and kind of look at it. And she says, I don't know if I want to touch it.
Yeah, please don't. It really hurts.
It looks magic.
Please don't fucking touch it. It hurts really bad. What does it look like? Is it a color? Like, what color is it?
She's like, well, like, I think they burned you with something.
Those bitches.
It's like a weird mark on your neck.
Oh, hold on. Do I still have that paper that he showed me of their like symbol?
He had it, but like you could just say that you looted it from him before you buried him.
Sure. I pull it out. I'm like, does it look like this?
They're like, no, not like that.
Oh. Can you draw it in the dirt?
All right, so Bramble kind of like looks at your neck and like pulls a stick and like is like drawing in the dirt, and he draws a very, very crude version of I didn't think to upload this asset. Give me just a second. Of this design.
Oh, I see.
Oh man, Button Zipper is screaming.
Yeah, you can hear her through your fucking headphones, can't you? She's so loud. She's so pissed.
She's mad that we came and spent some time with her, and then we came back to stream this.
Even before that, she was yelling at my door because she wants to come in.
She's mad.
So upset.
Yeah, so he draws a very crude version of this. You don't see exactly this, but like he like draws like the lines and everything. Yeah. And he's like, I don't know, something kind of like that.
Oh, that's fucking weird. You seen it before? I'm guessing not.
Fauna, kind of, you know, the only one in this group who like is like has any kind of magical ability whatsoever. She speaks up and she's like, I mean, other than Glimmer, but she's got like pixie magic, which is a little different. Fauna kind of chimes in and she says, I don't know what it is, but it looks kind of like a rune of some kind, and it doesn't look good. This is a bad rune. Yeah, it really fucking hurts. Do you think I'm gonna die? Do you think this is going to... No, if they wanted me to die, I feel like they would have killed me. What do you think? Can I do an Arcana check? Or do you think I wouldn't have enough, like, to really discern anything? Go ahead and do it. I'm gonna have to make this pretty tough for two reasons. One, you're not seeing the exact rune. You're unable to see it right now. You're looking at a mark in the dirt, and then also this is a very obscure, like you've never seen this before or anything like it. So not only is it going to be a high Arcana check, I'm actually, because it's drawn in the dirt, going to give you disadvantage.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, this thing is like way out of your wheelhouse. You're not sure what it is.
I need you to know that I rolled a 12, and then you said disadvantage, so I went to roll again, and I rolled a nat 20.
Oh.
I'm so mad.
So you could have had a nat 20. Well, no, you could. If I gave you advantage, you could have.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you have no idea what this thing is. You've never seen anything like it before in your life.
Well, that sucks.
I just realized I wasn't playing the forest ambience. You've seen a lot of magic things in your time, because you've had magic tutors, especially because your mother is part of the distant royal family. So she's been able to hire like special tutors for you and stuff throughout your childhood, and like, you've gotten special tutors straight from the Mana Kassir and like all these like high elf scholars and everything, and none of them have ever touched on anything like this.
So I don't know anyone off the top of my head who might know something like this?
Everyone you can think of has never, like, they would have been the tutors that you had, and they've never mentioned anything even remotely close to this.
Well, shit. Oh, hold on. And she, like, thinks for a second. I think, what did he say to me? He said something before he died. Warden. She, like, thinks for a second. Warden Locke. Hey, do you guys know anyone named Warden Locke?
They all look at each other and they say, "No, you're kind of one of the only elves we know."
Shit. That's right. Damn. Alright, that's fine. Warden. I think I have to leave. Like, pretty immediately. Like, super pronto. I need to get the fuck out of here, I think. Also, I think I need to get that feather. I'm pretty sure it's really bad that they have it. And I feel like it's my fault, and now I have to get it back.
Bramble speaks up and he says, "You're going?"
Well, hold on. Yeah, because here's the thing, right? He said that Quinn, the guy that I buried him, yeah, he told me that they were going to kill me, for the thing that they took from me, but they didn't, and they just gave me this instead. But I still don't think it's good. I think it's very bad, actually, and I still feel like I shouldn't be here. I feel like bad things are going to happen, and I need to go. I need to find this Warden Locke, but I don't have the feather anymore. Is he going to be mad at me? I've never even met him before. God damn it. I hate when people I don't know already aren't going to like me.
Fauna speaks up and she says, "I don't think it's safe. Lise, you should stay."
I don't think it's safe anywhere, Fauna. I think we're all in some deep shit.
And Glimmer speaks up and she says, like, this isn't a good idea, right? Like, this doesn't sound safe, Lise.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think any of this is safe. This guy, I burned my house down. I cannot go home. I feel like if I ever see my mother again, she's going to try to kill me. I probably can't stay here. It's very much not safe. There's this thing on the back of my neck. I feel like they're going to come back. And potentially hurt all of you. They seriously almost hurt Fauna a few hours ago. I feel it's for the best that I seriously get the fuck out of here.
And then Foxbud kind of like sits like at your feet and kind of paws at like your pants, kind of like in a don't go kind of way.
You're coming with me. I'm not leaving Foxbud behind.
Well, this is Foxbud's home, and I think it begins to dawn on you that you don't think any of them are wanting to leave.
I think that Foxbird would want to come.
And Bramble speaks up and he says, "Where are you gonna go?"
The fuck if I know, Bramble. Quinn was talking about somewhere called No Man's Land, and then somewhere called Caliban. And you know that I have no fucking idea where any of that is. I've never set foot off this isle in my whole 23 years of life. And all of you, the only other place that you've been is the Feywild. And I don't think that's even close to there, so I know that you don't know where it is. So I think I have to go find somebody who knows how to get there. I don't know if Wooden Lock is here, or if this person is in Caliban. I don't even know where I would begin looking for that kind of information. The only source I had is dead now.
And they all kind of fall silent as they're beginning to realize that you're dead set on this task. And Fauna speaks up and she says, "You'll come back and visit us though, right?"
Oh, for sure. Like, you guys are like my family. I'm not just going to leave and never come back. Like, don't even fucking think about that. Definitely going to write letters and stuff.
And Glimmer, still desperately trying not to start crying like everyone else, kind of like with a stuffy nose, is like, "Yeah, Fauna, don't ask such dumb questions. Obviously she's gonna come back."
You guys can come if you want. I know that you live in this forest and it's really not going to be a good time. But you're welcome to come if you'd like. I certainly will not stop you.
They are all frozen in fear, and I think Bramble says, "I don't know if we can leave. I mean, this is the only we
it
can't,
kind of tied to the forest, right? I don't think you can leave.
We can't really leave the Feywild for very long. Like,
yeah, it's all right. I'll send messages. It'll be all right.
The only one who ever, like, you know, is like leaves the forest is," and he looks over at Foxbud and he says, "Foxbud."
Foxbud.
And
you
Foxbud is still
wanna
pawing at your pants.
You want to come? You want to be traveling buddies?
He starts jumping up and like pawing more, like both paws on your legs right now.
I pick him up. Let's go. Me and Foxbud, me and you, till the end of time, buddy. Let's go.
All right, Foxbud is now like very happily like shaking his butt and wagging his tail in your arms.
Fuck yeah. Me and Foxbud are gonna save the world.
And Bramble speaks up and he says, "All right, well, Foxbud, you better keep her safe, all right?" And Glimmer's like, "Yeah, if anyone tries to hurt Lise, you better fuck them up."
Yeah, don't worry. And I like cover Foxbud's little ears. I'm like, if anybody even tries to hurt him, I will literally burn down their whole life. Don't even worry about that.
And Fauna is at this point just bawling. She really doesn't want you to leave.
Fauna, I promise I will be all right. Foxbud's coming. You know he's the best protector. It'll be totally fine.
And Fauna speaks up and she says, "Well, I don't know how you're gonna get back and forth and everything, but we'll be waiting for you, okay?"
She like smiles and like tries to say something, and they're just like, you know when you're trying not to cry, but like you literally cannot. So she's like smiling and like tears are like like rolling down her face.
And then Bramble speaks up and he says, Well, do you have to go to the docks then?
That's a good... Yeah, I could start at the docks. Do you guys think... Where? I gotta go. So yeah, the docks. Quinn said something like he chartered a ship. So, definitely a ship. So the docks is a good idea. However, do you think... Warden Locke wouldn't be here, right? And you don't know any of this.
They never...
Can I... You know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna go. Let's go to the docks, right? I look at Foxbud. I'm like, the docks?
Foxbud is a little dumbfounded too. He has no idea.
All right. Good talk, buddy.
They say, Glimmer speaks up and she's like, well, like, you're not gonna use like the main route, right? You're gonna go to like the edge of the forest.
Oh,
east, right?
yeah. I'm gonna walk through the swampy area. It'll be fine.
Okay, you're gonna because like we can like spend longer with you.
Yeah.
She's still trying not to cry and act like she doesn't care as much as she does, but she's fucking gutted right now.
You guys want to walk me to the docks through the scary swampy part of the forest?
And Bramble speaks up and he says, "Yeah, and if those guys show up again, we're gonna pants them."
Yeah, seriously, if they show up, fucking run. But yeah, pants them for sure.
We'll pants them before we leave. It's fine.
Well, all right. maybe not.
So yeah, you guys make your way to the edge of the forest, which does end up. It is a long travel. You are actually you took like a sort of nap. You were unconscious. You're feeling a little exhausted at this point.
I need to fucking sleep, guys.
Luckily, there are inns at the harbor that take both elves and human travelers. So if you wanted to, you could try to go over there and get a good long rest and get like full benefits from that.
Well, I'm thinking maybe I can just sleep on a ship, right?
Yeah, I mean, whichever. Like, the longer you go without sleeping, though, like, you're officially at the point where you're on the edge of having to start rolling for exhaustion.
Okay. Hey, guys, really quick. Do you want to go camping one last time? Just, like, get a little campfire? And then...
Bramble's like, yeah, camping!
Okay,
sleep
cool.
over with Lise!
I just need to, like, conk the fuck out really quick. I know I was unconscious, but I need to... That wasn't really sleep. I need to, let's camp a little bit a ways away from the docks. You can tell me some more scary stories before I go.
Cool. So you guys hunker down by the edge of the Whispering Wood, and they light like sort of a fairy fire. It's less doesn't consume as much, and it doesn't need as much fuel. They kind of burn some trees, like logs that have fallen and sticks and stuff, like whatever they can find on the ground.
I lay on the ground and I'm using Foxbud like a pillow.
Foxbud actually puffs up a little bit because he has that size adjusting, and he's like kind of like making himself a nice big pillow for you.
How big does he get? Because when he's his regular size, he's the size of like a small dog, like the size of a regular like fox. So like, would
Twice
you
that
say
would
that
just basically he's like a bear now?
is he big enough that I could potentially ride him, or does he, or is
it is an illusion? You said, so I don't know that you can necessarily like carry you around.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure.
I guess
I feel like
I said that he made himself bigger to be a pillow, but I'm realizing now that because it's an illusion, that actually probably wouldn't work now that I'm thinking about it out loud.
That would. I feel like if anything, I'm going to be carrying Foxbud around more often than not.
Gotcha.
I just carry him over my shoulder like a baby.
And so yeah, you guys share one last pleasant night together in the woods. Bramble's back up to his usual tomfoolery, telling scary stories, Fauna peeing her pants.
I want Glimmer to paint my nails while I'm laying down.
Okay. Glimmer actually uses her new formula, and you get some multi-chrome nails.
Fuck yeah.
And she's like, we're doing the toes too, right? Like, we're not gonna leave the toes off, right?
Are you kidding? That's not even a question.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure.
Don't even ask me that.
And she helps you paint your toes as well. So now you have these like beautiful multi-chrome nails that like have never been seen anywhere in the world, because this is fairy magic. Multi-chrome paint does not exist in this world other than by fairies.
And it's like it's probably not like real polish either, right? So it's probably just gonna forever be on my nails now.
So she paints. Do you get like any accent nails?
I don't know. Sure, there's all of the it's like a black and the purple multi-chrome, and then the the middle fingers are like a red and black.
Like red and black. Oh, multi-chrome, or like is one red, one black?
No, they're all multi-chrome, but they're just different colors of multi-chrome.
Gotcha. So you have some good flick-off fingers. Got it.
Yeah.
I
feel like Lisa's gonna be flipping a lot of people.
And Glimmer's like, oh my god, I fucking love this look. I hadn't even thought about doing the accent nails with the multi-chrome. That's so genius. Oh my god, Lise, I'm really gonna miss your genius mind.
Lisa's like, whenever I flip somebody off, I will think of you, Glimmer.
She's like, you better flip so many people off for me.
Oh, everybody.
I don't know who this Warden Locke is, guy, but you better flip him off for me, okay? I want you to flip everyone off.
Okay, I promise.
And so they you guys share one last like sleepover together in the woods. You very rarely have ever actually spent the night over there with them, so this is actually kind of a new occurrence. Do you guys do anything special aside from what I mentioned?
I want to pull one last prank with them.
On what? On who?
I don't know. There's people at the docks, right?
That's a bit of a ways away. I don't know if you could do that while camping.
Are there any fae nearby in this part of the woods?
Yeah, there's there's a goblin man who lives nearby, and his name is
Sir Shits-a-Lot.
I'm not just looking up the goblin name generator.
What's wrong with Sir Shits-a-Lot?
His name is oh wow, these are all very short. I don't know, Mr. Stog. That one.
Stog.
That was one of the names that came up.
All right.
And so Bramble speaks up and he's like, oh yeah, Mr. Stog. Oh, he's always on my case. I can't wait. And he's like, okay, what'd you have in mind, Lise?
Oh, fuck. I was literally about to ask you what you had in mind. Okay, no. It's fine. We got this.
We're
the prank masters. We'll think of something. Okay, pantsing is a good idea. That can be part of it. Fauna? What? Yeah. Okay, hold on. Well, pants him. Glimmer, you got the glitter. You're just like made of glitter, pretty much, right? I think that can glitter bomb.
Like, I'm not
glitter
like
bomb?
made of glitter, but
no, but you glitter bomb, right? You can like throw. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Oh my god, we can paint him multi-chrome.
Sure, if you want to waste your nail polish, I feel like.
No, I can make more. It's fine.
Okay, cool. All right, sick. And then Fauna. What? Fauna, why don't you keep watch? Right?
Yeah, I'll let you guys know if anyone comes. I'll let you know.
Okay, good, awesome. Foxbud, you're the distraction, right?
Foxbud doesn't really know what that means, but just is raring to go. Just wants to do whatever you guys want to do.
Awesome. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Foxbud, you're gonna run in front of him and like maybe run between his legs so that he like is distracted and looks like that way. And then Bramble, you're going to run up and pants him from behind, and then me and Glimmer are going to throw glitter multi-chrome paint bombs at him from above. We'll go up in the trees.
So Foxbud runs through his legs, Bramble pantses him, and then you guys are throwing things on him from above?
Yes.
Okay.
And Fauna is just gonna yell, just gonna start screaming if someone comes by.
Okay.
If she starts screaming, we'll just scatter.
So yeah, let's give Stog a little backstory here, just so that it doesn't feel like you're terrorizing this poor man that has nothing to do. Maybe most of their pranks tend to be harmless, or they put up like goofy little pictures up in the woods of people who are mean to them, and like call them smelly and stuff, and
like putting sticky notes on like the back of like on someone's back.
Yeah, but then Stog is like the grumpy old man of the forest, and he every time he catches them, he's like, "You damn kids!
Yeah,
cut it out, or I'm gonna call your parents."
Yeah. Fauna's like, "We don't have any parents." Fauna's like, "I'm 400 years old."
Yeah, so you guys walk through the forest a bit. He's not a very far distance away. He lives kind of toward the edge of the forest.
He lives in a Shrek hut.
Yeah, he lives in a Shrek hut by the edge of the forest.
Yeah.
And he kind of likes to feel like he keeps watch on the forest, like he keeps all those elves out of the Fey forest. Mm-hmm. And he sees you guys coming up, and he says, "Oh, you damn kids! I knew I saw a fire! What are you doing out here, huh?" And the plan is executed, and we we have Foxbud. Oh, that's not the one that I wanted. We have Foxbud runs through.
Do you want me to roll, or it's just gonna be good?
Not just yet. Foxbud runs through between his legs, and he goes, "Oh, get out of here!" And he like bends over, reaches between his legs. He's like, "You damn mutt!" And as Foxbud runs through his legs, Bramble is shortly behind, and kind of does like this leaping like maneuver where like he jumps past like behind Mr. Stog. And he says, "Hey, Mr. Stog!" when he's like face to face with him, and pantses him right there. And then Mr. Stog says, "Oh, you damn kids! You damn kids!" And he bends over to grab his pants, and his butt cheeks are straight to the sky right now. A perfect shot. And I need you to roll a dexterity check.
Okay.
Actually, let's say a dexterity attack.
Okay. What's different about that?
We're gonna give you proficiency with this.
Okay. 16.
Because you've pranked so much.
16.
Yeah, that'll do it. And so does Glimmers. You both hit.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So you guys throw her multi-chrome nail polish right at his ass cheeks. You hit the left, she hits the right, and now Mr. Stog has bright, glowing, like shimmering butt cheeks exposed to the whole world.
Fuck yeah. And then she flips them off.
Yeah, you flip them off with your brand new multi-chrome red and black nails.
Yeah.
And the whole time, and once Mr. Stog feels the multi-chrome on his bare butt cheeks, he stands straight up and goes, "No! Oh no! What the hell? What have you kids done to me?" And he's like trying to wipe it off, and now it's on his hands, and he's wiping his hands off on his chest, and now his chest is all multi-chrome. And he's like, "Oh, jeez! Oh, jeez!" Bramble calls up to you guys, and he says, "Leg it!"
Fuck yeah. I book it. Me and Glimmer. Well, Glimmer can fly, but I'm like hopping through the trees.
And yeah, you guys managed to get out of there. And you make your way back to camp, and you guys are just absolutely dying laughing.
Hell yeah. You'll have to tell me if he ever gets that off. I sincerely do not think... It doesn't wash off with water, does it?
And Glimmer is just like, no, it's going to take a lot of work to get that off.
Oh my god.
I made sure of it.
Oh my god. He deserves it. Fucking so rude. He fucking threw rocks at me when I was a kid once. Fucking asshole. Oh, sorry. Fucking asshole.
Bramble speaks up and he's just like, yeah, one time he chased me halfway down the forest just because I stuck a kick me sign on him. Like, come on, no one actually kicks you with those.
That's so fucked up.
And then, right as he says that, Foxbud goes, like, yips, and Bramble's like, oh, okay, well, I guess Foxbud kicked him on the butt, but that's it!
Yeah, and when Foxbud kicks you on the butt, it doesn't hurt. He just, it's very funny when it happens.
Fauna speaks up, she's like, I almost also kicked him in the butt, but I didn't want to get in trouble.
Oh, you should have done it. It's all right, Fauna.
She puts her fist up to her face again. She's like, okay, Bramble, put it on again. I'll do it again. Yeah,
you'll have to... Next time, when I write you, you better have good kicking him in the butt stories for me, or I'm going to be upset.
And yeah, you guys spend like one last really pleasant night in the forest together, and you kind of recount like previous pranks that you guys pulled on the different, grumpier fae in the forest, and recount all these wacky tales you guys have had, all the times you've gotten in trouble for staying out late, and there's a number of tears that get shed during this night. But I think you guys, and you there, not a whole lot of resting gets done. I don't think. I think you guys spend a lot of time up at night, like well into the night, and so you probably sleep in pretty late.
Yeah.
And it's late afternoon by the time that you wake back up.
All right, now how the fuck am I going to do any of you know how to charter a boat? You've never been on a boat.
They all look at each other and they're like, huh? And Glimmer's like, charter? Charter? Am I saying that right?
Forget that I asked. It's all right. And I pick up Foxbud. I'm like, all right, bud. Well, we gotta get going. But all right. And I won't die, and it'll be good. And you, if any of you see my mother, will you let me know?
Well, pants her!
Well, please don't. That's maybe don't do that. If you see her, just like write me a letter, let me know. And if she sees you, fucking run.
Okay. And then they, the mood right now is very like kind of grim. No one really wants you to leave, but
I know. I don't want to leave. Listen, if I could stay, I would. But I think I gotta go.
And so, Fauna one more time hugs Foxbud and says, now remember, you promised. You gotta keep her safe, okay? And also keep yourself safe. Keep both of you safe.
Yeah. We make a good team. It'll be fine.
Yeah, and Bramble chimes in and says, yeah, you only got half the team right now, so like, actually less than half the team, so you guys gotta play it safe. You don't have the full pranking squad on your side.
I know. We're only going to be able to pull a quarter of the pranks.
Yeah, so like you got to be careful. You can't write pantsing into your strats, okay?
Oh shit, you're right. Okay. Well, with that logic, you're right. No, seriously, I'll be fine. Probably.
I think they all want hugs. Goodbye.
Yeah, I give them hugs. And I cry a lot. I cry so much that Fauna's like outfit is like wet.
you squeeze her really tight and like leave that like wet eye prints on her shoulder.
Yeah. She's like, I'm never gonna wash this shirt.
And yeah, with that, they kind of wave goodbye as you exit the forest for maybe the last time for a while. You don't know.
Yeah.
And you make your way into the swamps just outside of the outsider market, and before you know it, you're in the marketplace, and you've only been here a handful of times. It's usually they don't want a whole lot of people wandering around out here if they're not here on business. The whole point of this market is for elves of the Isles to come and, look at trinkets from, the other nations that are let in. And it just so happens that they are packing up for the day for the market, because yesterday, the day when the actually not yesterday, the day before yesterday, when the merchant came to your mother's house was market day, when a ton of ships are allowed into the Isle. These ships are very heavily regulated, whether or not they're allowed into the Isles. Basically, there are these little balls of light that guide the ships, similar to how the Fae guide you through the forest. They guide them through the mist and allow them into the Isle. These orbs being called exiles, and the exiles are very heavily regulated. So only ships that are permitted by the Selkasiri government are allowed in and out of the Isles.
Oh, shit.
Any other ship that tries to navigate the waters is either hopelessly lost forever or finds themselves turned around and unable to enter the Isles.
All right, Foxbird. First things first, we have to get a ship. We have to... Yeah. Well, how... Okay, I gotta find this warden dude. He was talking about Caliban, but he also mentioned No Man's Land, so I don't know.
Yeah. The tavern nearby is basically where travelers will hole up for the night if they don't want to, sail back before night. Not that night means a whole lot out here. You don't really have a sun and moon on the Isles. It just kind of gets a little bit brighter or a little bit dimmer. But in case they don't want to sail out of the mists while it's dark and out in the real world. So yeah, that tavern is basically where most merchants will stay for the night. Otherwise, they're probably either in this market or they're on their ship.
I guess let's check the tavern.
Okay.
Do they allow animals?
I don't know. You've never been in this tavern before.
All right, Foxbud. If they say no animals, you gotta turn yourself invisible, all right?
Foxbud. Wait, can Foxbud turn themselves invisible? I don't know if...
Foxbud's most of his magic is like illusion based, so I feel like maybe...
Make himself really small.
Sure.
Foxbud,
but he's not actually that small.
Oh, yeah. Foxbud, uses illusion magic to kind of, shrink himself really tiny, and, you can still kind of feel where he actually is in your hands, but now he looks like a smaller version of himself.
I'm just, holding him like a little chihuahua.
Yeah.
This is my dog. Okay, I guess I'll go in the tavern.
Cool. So you make your way into this tavern, and, give me just a second.
What's it called?
It's called the... Oh, I don't actually have a name for this. Hang on one second. Let me consult my list of names.
Okay.
Let's just call it... Let's call it the Tipsy Tankard.
Okay.
That
sounds familiar.
Yeah, I sometimes reuse my names for things from other campaigns. So make your way into this tavern, and You see a few individuals. It's kind of empty right now. Like I said, Market Day was only a few days ago at this point, so it kind of has that same feel of, you know how like after like a convention or something, like the building feels weirdly empty. Like there's really not very many people walking around comparatively. It has that same aura right now. Okay. Like there's really not very many people. It feels like something big just happened recently, and now like everyone's kind of, you know, adjusting to things no longer happening. There's a dwarf woman by the front bar area. There is sorry, let me grab some characters here. I don't have actual art for these, so I'm using my standard default art. There is a couple humans sitting at a table nearby, along with a human that looks slightly more important. I don't actually have art for him on the server right now, so that's just going to be a miscellaneous token.
Okay.
And then there are some shadier looking individuals, kind of in the other corner, hanging out. They don't seem to like have like what the hell? They don't seem to have like a person that they're answering to. They're kind of just like whispering to each other. And other than that, the room is pretty empty.
Okay. Fuck. Is the dwarf woman a barkeeper? She's like working here.
Yeah. She's like scrubbing the bar right now.
Okay. I think I will walk up to her and just make small talk. Be like, "Hi, how are you? How's your day going?"
She says,
"Hi, how are you?"
It's like, top of the morning. What are you having?
Oh, what is on the menu?
Says, well, we're kind of cleaned out right now. We don't got another shipment of a lot of the ales right now. I got some basic ale and beer for you if you want. I got some wines in the back I can go get for you.
Do you have water? Just some water?
Yeah, we've got. You want water?
Yeah, I'll take some water.
All right, I'll get you some water. She reaches under the bar and just grabs just like a tankard and plops it on the bar and pulls out like a canteen and just kind of dumps some water in and says, "So you traveling today? Well, what's going on?"
Oh, well, I'm looking to travel. Yeah, I've never been on a ship before. And I don't quite know how to go about getting one. So that'll be fun, learning how to do that.
Well, you're looking for someone in particular? There's not a whole lot of ships docked right now.
But perhaps I feel like Quinn said that he had a ship. Did he say that he had his own ship, or that he
said that he chartered one?
What does that mean? Does that mean that
he was paying someone to take him?
Okay. Are there any there aren't any just like traveler ships. They're like merchant ships.
Yep.
Yes, okay. I don't know. I'm just kind of looking. I don't know.
Okay. Do you So she speaks.
Have you heard of anyone called do you know of any wardens? Do you know?
Wardens? Like a prison warden?
Maybe.
Oh, like their name is Actually, yeah. You know what? That actually rings a bell. And she kind of like does like a quick little jog over to the front desk, which is off to the left over here. And she looks in the desk and says, Yes, geez, what was his name? Warden Locke, you said?
Yeah.
She pulls out a slip of paper from the desk and she says, "Yeah, he's staying here."
Oh, interesting. I have misunderstood. I did not realize that Warden was his name. Interesting. Okay. What room? Can you perhaps tell me?
Well, I don't know if it's
He's a friend. He's a friend of a friend. We're supposed to meet up. He just forgot to tell me what room.
And like you see her kind of like she's a little confused because like this has never been a situation she's been put in before. She's like, how about this? I'll go knock on his door, see if he'll come out. And you wait here. How about that?
Okay. How about you tell him also, maybe that that a friend of Quinn's is here to
Friend of Quinn.
him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Says go pop a squat. I'll be back.
All right. Are there any other exits to this tavern?
There's the front door, and that's pretty much it. There's the staircase over to the left. I just realized you can't really see that on the stream.
Are the rooms on the bottom or the top floor?
The rooms are on the top floor. They're all above, up the stairs.
Okay, so the only way he would... Okay, I want to sit at the stool near the staircase.
Okay, so like right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm just drinking my water.
Cool. So she heads up and you wait. And you know, the people to the north from you, the people at this table, they're kind of like whispering at each other and looking at you like, what's their deal?
I put my hood up.
And the two fucking shady looking people on the far end are kind of also whispering at each other and looking at you. Something strange happens.
Oh no.
The sound in this tavern starts to like fade away around you.
Son of a bitch.
And while you're looking at these individuals,
Which ones? The shady people?
either one, you can pick which ones you want to be looking at.
Okay.
You look back, the bar is gone.
The bar is gone?
The bar's gone.
Just well, hold on. The
bar.
What do you... Okay. So I'm still in the tavern, but
yes.
the bar is just gone?
The bar of the tavern where the dwarf lady was just at, that's gone. And the room around that spot gets incredibly dark. And you can kind of only see this spot. And in the bar's place is like, for lack of a better word, a stage. And there are curtains drawn at the back of the stage.
Do I feel dizzy at all?
You don't feel dizzy.
Okay.
But you start to hear that music again.
Okay.
And this time, it's louder and it's clearer, and it feels like it's coming from all around the room.
Okay.
And suddenly, without warning, the curtains are thrown open. And out comes possibly one of the most bizarre individuals you've ever seen in your entire life. You see this man.
Oh my god.
He is perfectly split down the center, black and white, with torn clothing on one half and perfectly pristine clothing on the other. The right half of his jacket is torn, the left is pristine and perfect. The left side of his hat is destroyed, the right half is perfect. everything is right down the center. Half of him looks incredibly disheveled. The other looks pristine. His makeup is smudged on one half. It's beautiful and like well done on the other.
Is he hot?
Oh yeah, he's smoking hot. Yeah, no,
Fuck
that's
yeah.
up to you. That's that. Look at the you can see the art on the page, right?
Yeah, he's hot. Well, at least he's gay, but like
he throws open the curtains and says, "Welcome, one and all." And he walks to the end of the stage and he says, "Oh, would you look at?" He puts his hand up to his brow as if he's looking a really far distance away, and he says, "Oh, would you look at that? We have a lovely audience out tonight." And there is no camera, obviously, because this is D&D. It's all in our head. But if there was a camera, he would be looking directly into the camera right now.
I like
at least
pick up Foxbud and just like whisper. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Now here's the thing: Foxbud doesn't know what you're doing. Foxbud doesn't seem to notice this.
Foxbud.
The man looks directly into the camera, if there were one, and he says, "Would you look at that? It appears we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 guests with us today. Well, not the biggest show I've ever played, but you know what they say. The smaller venues are the ones where you try all your new material."
9?
9 happens to be the precise number of people who are in our stream right now.
Oh.
Lise has no idea what's going on. She doesn't know what he means by that.
Yeah, she looks at her, she's like, 9.
And
this bitch doesn't know how to count.
Yeah, and he is at the end of the stage now, and he looks to you and he says, "Oh, and I almost forgot to say, wonderful host! I could not possibly ask for a better host. Oh, my dear Lord girl, you are perhaps the greatest possible host I could have ever asked for."
What the fuck is happening?
And he says, "But more on that in just a moment. Let us invite our guests to the stage." And he again looks off into the distance at like something that you don't know, like what he's looking at.
Yeah.
And he asks, 1 second.
Are you gonna pick somebody from the audience?
No.
Is that what's happening? Okay.
He calls out and he says, "All right, ladies and gentlemen, who shall we meet first? Will we be meeting Smile or Vile?"
Oh no. Y'all are gonna pick Vile, and I'm gonna die this time.
So who are we meeting first, boys? Smile or Vile? Vote in the
God
chat
damn.
now.
Fuck.
I'm seeing
She's
one
just
vote
like-
for Smile.
She's just holding Foxbud, like kind of rocking a little bit, like, what the fuck is happening?
2 votes for Smile. Oh, 1 vote Vile.
Guys, remember what happened to Quinn. Remember what you did to Quinn.
1 vote Smile. It says
The
3
only
votes
other-
Smile, 1 vote Vile.
The only other person here with me is Foxbud, and if you bitches do anything to her, I will personally come to your home.
And while these votes are happening, he's saying, "Oh, I'm so excited to see who we will meet first." And it's 3-2, 3-2. We're gonna say this has 10 more seconds. You got 10 more seconds to get a vote in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the results are in. We're gonna meet Smile first.
Okay.
And so, this strange man ends up saying, "Oh, goody, I sure do love a very close vote like that, but it looks as though Smile is an audience favorite. Come out, old boy!" And from the curtains emerges a that same stuffed dog that you saw before. And once still officially walking through the room, clasping its big hammer, like officially, like it's about to fall over. And it like raises one of its little like nubby paw things and starts like waving at the audience. And Bedlam
Lise waves back.
waves back. When you wave, Lise, Foxbud stares at you. Foxbud is confused at what you're doing right now.
It's okay. I just pet him.
Like, Foxbud's really concerned, like, looking around the room trying to see what you're waving at.
Some shit's going on right now. I think I might be going crazy, Foxbud. It's totally fine. Don't worry about it.
And yeah, so Smile comes wandering out. Oh, the song seems to be ending. Oh, I just realized I didn't put the credits up for the song. There we go. Smile comes waddling out, and this guy says, "And here we have our best friend, Smile. A pooch with a heart of gold could never do any wrong. You can trust this boy with your life. I've done it many times myself." And he then says, "Well, we can't leave all the fun to Smile, though. We sure do need to introduce our other friend as well, don't we?" And so, in a flash, a bomb flies to the front of the stage, right where Smile is.
Oh God.
And out comes from the back of the stage another stuffed animal that appears like a cat, but it has long, gangly limbs and a big, sharp, pointy grin. And it's wielding... It was wielding that bomb that was just thrown to the front of the stage. And Smile officially reaches down and grabs the bomb and kind of like looks at it like, huh? And looks back at Smile, and Smile is, or not Smile, Vile is doing like a thumbs up both ways. And Smile hands the bomb to Vile, and then Vile hands it back to Smile, and Smile hands it back to Vile. Vile hands it back to Smile. They're trying to get each other to hold it, and then Smile grabs it and holds it and takes it like it's mine, and Vile goes, "Huh?" and grabs it and pulls it back, and then Vile explodes.
Oh.
Into stuffing. Very, very Looney Tunes-esque scene. And,
Lisa's like trying to think of the last time she ate, and she was like, did somebody lace my food? She like looks down at the water, and she's like, what the fuck is in this?
This guy looks down at the crater on the stage where Vile once stood and says, "Oh, would you look at that, Vile up to his old tricks. Now, you know, you can trust Smile with your life, but I wouldn't trust Vile as far as you can throw him. Although I guess you can throw him pretty far. He's a stuffed animal." I just realized I was switching into a different voice there at the end.
You're fine.
But yeah. And then from the back of the stage, Vile reemerges and walks back out.
Oh, he's fine.
And so how is Lise taking all this?
Yeah, she's like super convinced that this dwarven woman just gave her a bunch of drugs in this water. She's like
inspecting the water.
Yeah, she's like looks at Foxbud and she's like, "Do not drink this water, Foxbud."
The guy walks to the end of the stage and kind of like plants the cane that he's carrying into the stage. And like strikes a pose with his legs spread and his both hands on the cane, and he says, "Now don't touch that dial, dear. That's not the water that you're seeing."
She like throws the canteen across the room.
Where do you throw it?
I don't know. Away.
And he says, "Oh my! Already causing havoc. I love it. I said it once. I'll say it 1,000 times. I could not ask for a better host."
What? She's like, ha ha ha, what the fuck?
And so he leans forward a little more and he's like, all right, dear, you know the question's coming, so tell me, how was it?
What the fuck? But she like is looking around the room, like, is he fucking talking to me?
He is not breaking eye contact with you, and he says, well, come on now, you can't hold all the juicy details for yourself! Come on! Recount the tale!
Bitch, what?
Well, come on, everybody knows you're the girl who burned her house down! Tell me about it!
What the fuck did you just say to me?
Your house, it burned down, did it not?
And what of it?
It was glorious! And he throws his cane into the air, and the cane stabs into the roof of the room. And he says, it was lovely! It was the most amazing show! It's the talk of the town right now! And as he's yelling like that, the curtain rod behind him breaks and falls down, and the curtains like fall apart behind him. And he says, come, don't hold all the details for yourself. I am dying to know. I'm on the edge of my seat.
What the fuck are you talking about? Who are you?
Oh, me? You
Yeah,
want to know who I am?
You introduced your little nightmare friends. But you never said your own name.
Oh, yes. I suppose that would be proper, would it not?
Sure, I think you know my name already somehow, which is not at all discerning.
He did not say your name.
Okay.
I don't think he did he?
I
could be wrong.
am not sure. I feel like he knows it though.
He leaps off the stage and walks up to you, and he is now like inches away from you. And
personal space, bud.
He like puts his hands behind his back and like leans back and says, well, dear, this is a momentous day. I am currently meeting one of the best hosts I've ever had.
Hey,
and
so what the fuck does that mean?
And you want to know who I am?
Well, my
dear, I'm your biggest fan. You want to know who I am?
I have a plethora of questions. Your name is just one of them.
And he says, oh my gosh, I'm starstruck, dear. I'm genuinely starstruck to think.
Just like leaning away from him.
to think one of my biggest heroes wants to know who I am.
Heroes? All I did was accidentally cause a fire.
Accidents are the best kind of chaos!
Oh my god. Please tone it down, sir. We're in a tavern.
And he leans forward and he says, but you're right. I guess it would be proper for me to let you know now that you've asked. And he leans forward and he says, my name, my dear, is Bedlam.
Oh.